Gotta show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got $1 for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me told me take a break. I keep going to the paper street. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I'll get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Gotta show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got $1 for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me told me take a break. I keep going to the paper straight. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me come. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating in the air? Pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we then could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solo, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
Yo,
Are you ready?
what is going on, everybody? It is Thursday night, and right off the bat, you know what it is. We are live. It is the next podcast. What is up, chat? Hold on. There's one more. Is there one more? No, that's it. What is going on, chat? Yo, good to see everybody. Shout out to my brother, Sir X-Man, in the chat. What is up, bro? Appreciate the update today. Just to let you guys know, people in the chat, people on the panel. He has one more procedure on Monday, but he told me things are looking pretty good right now, and hopefully he'll be back home soon. I've been practicing on my golf. I'm about to welcome him back. You know, the way I know how, with an Xbot welcome, and whoop his ass in 18 holes on golf when he is able to. So shout out to you, bro. Good to see you. Shout out to my brother Bushido, who was first today in the chat. Now, guys, I did mess up a little bit when we started to go live. If you guys were there on the original stream, yeah, for some rhyme or reason, I clicked end stream, and once you do that, you have to start up a whole new video, a whole new stream to get going. So that's why there might be a little disparity, a little confusion. There's a couple similar kind of like, videos going on my channel right now, but this is the right one. You guys are in the right one, and it is time to go here. So let's get into the intros. And K Mega got upset with me the other night. So, man, I got to give everybody on the panel a chance to at least say hi to the chat. And chat, while we're going through the intros, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button and share the show out wherever you go to talk games. Let people know that we are here, we are live, and we are talking about the hottest news this week when it comes to gaming. So it's going to be a fun show. Let them know this is where they should be. But I'm going to start. I'm going to start in the land of the 405. And he says they know about humidity over there, but I don't think he understands what summertime New England humidity is all about. It is my brother K Mega. K Mega, what's up, man? Say hi to the chat. What's going on?
What's happening with everybody, man? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Enjoyed the little vacation of being away from doing GRG and doing some videos and stuff. But now I'm back. Just came back from watching Love and Thunder with the wife, and yeah, you know what I'm saying, ready to get started.
I got you, bro. I got you. Yo, I saw Love and Thunder too, man. I feel like they're trying to make the 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 comic relief of the MCU, man. I don't know, man. But yo, Christian Bale
First
was
half,
nasty. Christian Bale
the
was
first, yeah, the
nasty.
first half of it, yeah, they were just trying to feeding off of what they did with Ragnarok, and they did a little bit too much of it in the first half of the movie, but then in the second half of the movie, they got it back to where they, in
Yo,
my opinion.
yeah. Yo,
Yeah, Christian Bale was amazing. Yeah, he was dope.
yo, for real, for real. I don't want to get too far into it. It is a new movie, so I'm afraid something will come out of my mouth and people be like, "Spoilers! What are you doing?" So I ain't gonna do that, man. Yo, next on the list, coming from the Lone Star State, it is my bro Predator. Predator, what is up, man?
What up, everybody? You know, I'm a proud new owner of a PlayStation 5 as of today.
Dude, again,
Uh,
I told
my
you it's a coffee table, man. That's what you
my
bought, a coffee table, bro.
my second PlayStation 5, by the way, that I've gotten since they come out. But you know, Amazon, you know, put your name in that little. I guess you can go on there and say I want to be notified, and like I did this shit like 2 days ago, and they fucking hit me up today, and I was like, oh yeah, let me get that. So so I'm ready for God of War. I was looking forward to God of War coming out, and you know, couldn't find the fucking console anywhere, but I got this one today, so I'm ready. I'm
Dude,
still trying to figure out this whole tier system though, but we could.
I think you picked up the PS5 for that banger timed exclusive, that game called Stray, man. I think that's why
Oh
you picked
shit.
up the PS5, is for that banger exclusive called Stray, man. It's all right. You
Hey,
can
what
let
did
me
I say earlier? Fucking Calico Killer. I'm good.
know. Oh
I'm
man.
good, man. I'm not going to be picking up a fucking stray.
All right, yo, people in the chat, let Predator know what tier of PlayStation Plus do you think he should invest in? Should he go essential? Should he go? I don't know what the middle tier is called, or should he go premium tier? So in the chat, let us know that. But next on the list, he's basically a neighbor of mine, even though we've never really hung out. We are in the same state, and it's not a big state. Let's be real. But he is the creator, dare I say, inventor of hashtag Crispy Truth. It is Crispy Bomb. What is up, bro?
What's up? Yes, humidity is real, people. Trust me, it sucks. Shout out to Sir X. Good to see you, brother. You're lighting up the chat. Awesome, man. Look forward to playing some more Gears or even some golf. I might dust off Olga just for you, brother. Yeah, but I think we got some great stuff to talk about. Some copying of Xbox from PlayStation once again. I'm not sure about that, but I mean, we'll get into it.
Yes, we will, man. We definitely got some cool shit to talk about. Fred, just to let you know, so far Toolman says premium, but our homie Relzair says essential. So you got the very top and the very bottom so far. Like, guys, let Fred know what tier PlayStation Plus should he go with. And on that note, guys, we got to get into it. And first topic, I know Pred's going to be so happy about this. The first topic,
God damn it,
is going to be Halo Infinite. And the reason why is they revealed, yes, do it, get excited. That is right, guys. They have revealed the co-op campaign. And I was watching it. Dude, I gotta say, right off the bat, they showed something that I didn't know or think we were getting when it comes to them, releasing the co-op for the campaign. And Pred, you're gonna be happy about this. I don't know if you saw it. Mission replays are gonna be dropping the same time with the co-op campaign. Now, Pred, I know Halo is your favorite subject, but I'm gonna ask
oh
you,
yeah,
just
definitely.
just like get to your points on this, man. When did you check out the co-op reveal
Yeah, I
today?
saw a little stream of it. I mean,
All
it's,
right. Well, I got to ask you what you thought about that. Were there any surprises? To me, my surprise was the mission replays. I'm really excited about that, man. But what did you think about what you saw? Highlights, low points, man. What do you got for us, bro?
I'll be on mission replay on the easiest mode ever, so I can get all my skulls, and then I'll go back and play it again. So, um, I got some achievements to get, man. Like some of those skulls with their achievements I missed. So, because I know there's some you can only get at the beginning of the game, and there's some you can only get at the end of the game. So, um, I'll be able to go in and just do what I got to do solo, get those skulls, and then, play some missions with my friends. I like that it scales to how many people you have playing. They were saying the guys are having some problems, with the enemies. So it looks like it's gonna be kind of tough. I don't know what mode they're playing on in that game though. That I saw.
They were
The
playing on
plays I saw.
heroic. They were playing on
Yeah, fuck
heroic.
y'all. I got a life. I ain't got time to be dropping whole clips in people before I kill them. Like let's just play the game and finish it, whatever. Like I mean, obviously I need that achievement, but I ain't trying
Well,
to achieve
they
my
got
whole
new
Halo.
achievements that are coming when this drops as well, like co-op
Are
achievements.
they? I didn't see that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So they're co-op achievements.
Co-op achievements. They called it replay mission achievements and stuff like
Huh.
that. But they're coming with a new batch of achievements as well.
Huh. I get those on easy mode too then. Camera mode. I mean, I honestly, I actually enjoyed the story. I enjoyed I don't know. I don't ever compete against my friends and stuff like that to see who beats the game first. But I don't know when y'all beat it versus when I beat it, because I know y'all. I'm really quick. Like I'll run through the shit, and y'all try to take your time and shit like that. So I don't know how that worked out with all of us who beat the story mode first. And because I got the good ending though. I will say that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely have no problem going back into that game and playing it with friends. Like that's a game I would do that with. It just sucks that it took so long to get it out, because that's a game like Halo's a game you want to initially go into with your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like you just want to.
I do
Everybody
the
gets it, and
campaign
you just want to.
solo first anyway. Because it's for me it's hard. You know my friends and types of friends I have on Xbox, and when a cutscene comes on, like
They won't shut the fuck up. It's like
nobody's
watching
gonna shut the fuck up.
Now you see how I feel. We have to watch a live reaction with you. Now you see how I feel. You're like, yeah, you're trying to watch the cutscene, and your friends are eating fucking potato chips and shit, and
Oh,
talking about some fat chicks or something. Like, yeah, I mean, I got it. I mean, so like I usually go through it solo too, but like, if you got someone who plays like you, that's a game that like when I play like the Division, um, we play, or Ghost Recon, we play. We ain't talking, we ain't having fun, we ain't shooting the shit. We're actually a mission objective, So like, but Halo's one of those type of games like if you got into it with your friends that are you're cool with, it's gonna shut the fuck up and let you play. That's one of those type of games, and then y'all can shut the fuck up when the cutscenes come on and then go through the shit. But like, but I mean, I'm glad they got it out. I know it seems like there were some issues, like they had to restart it or something like that in the podcast, and it wasn't working properly. And I expect those hiccups. I don't know what build they're on, but I mean,
well, it's gonna be a flight first, so they're gonna put it
yeah,
out
and
there.
you can't even. And well, no, it's supposed to release like tomorrow. If this build goes through, they're supposed to release it tomorrow.
The flight
is tomorrow.
Releasing tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't
So
get everybody excited out there. People are gonna be
I
waiting.
know everybody's getting, but here's the thing: you don't have to be an insider to get it.
No, you had to sign up.
You have to sign for insider, but you don't have to do like any extra shit, to get into the flight. Like like before, like you got to get accepted. You got to do all sorts of weird
buy
shit.
the premium edition or something like that. Yeah.
Weird shit you got to do. You ain't got to do all that shit. Anybody who has Halo and has the insider hub, you can get into it. So that's cool. But I mean, I'm gonna wait for the full release before I hop back in there.
I don't
does
think
that
I'll be
stuff
able to
transfer
wait.
over? Do you know? Does it transfer over from the flight?
I don't know about that, but I do know kind of like the ins and outs of like how they choose like what missions you're gonna be on and stuff like that when you get everybody together. But I don't know if your progress is gonna like
That's what I mean. Yeah.
go into the the regular game once the
So,
flight
yeah.
is over. I would think so because it looks like you'll be able to use
Well, if you
your
get
save.
achievements, in the flight, then they probably will. I'm guessing. Like if you can pull up achievements, the co-op
Well,
ones
I'm
you're
not
talking
sure if they're
about
going to
in
be
the
in the
flight.
flight, but they did say
I'm
that.
saying they're in there.
Well,
Obviously the progress goes through.
I was watching it. I'm watching it right now, and one person picked up the audio log. Everybody else got it.
Yes, that's another thing about
So
that.
yeah, I don't know. That probably would attribute to like everybody getting the same achievements.
Mm.
I can tell like it definitely took it took some work to do what they did because those like the audio logs, if everybody on your team has it, then the audio log will not light up because everybody got it. If at least if there's one person on your squad that didn't get it, you'll see that audio log kind of like lit up. Little things like that, I don't think people realize how much coding is involved because then it's got to recognize, it's got to go through all like 4 people, how many people are playing in it, and then it's got to register whether they all got it or not. And if one person didn't get it, then it's gonna kind of like go against the system and light it up for everybody and shit like that.
And it scales to the least common denominator too, right? Like whoever has the lowest.
Yeah, you start off at the lowest like mission out
Person in
of the group. All right, they call it no Spartan left behind. That's what they call it.
Got it.
And but the thing is, with the mission replays and stuff like that, like you can go in and play any of the previous missions that your entire squad is already done. Everybody like has already done, which I think.
Oh, so someone hasn't completed one, then you have to do that for him first, and then he gets the credit for completing it.
Yes.
I like the division, I think. So.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, well, you can always do a new game save for co-op as well, and just start from scratch with everybody that you're going into.
Fucking kids.
Nah, see, that's what I would do. That's definitely what I would do. Yeah.
They should have beat the game by now. like fucking kids.
Well, I would start over. But that's just me. But yeah, no, I think they did really good. Yo, Pred, what do you think about the fact that it's 4 Master Chiefs? I see people kind of making a big deal about that.
Shit.
For me, it's not really a big deal because the old school Halos, when you did multiplayer, you were all Master Chief anyway, so it didn't really matter. Does that bother you at all, man?
No, I wasn't even thinking about that shit till you just said it. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I mean, like, you know, the only thing I would say, it would be pretty cool if you could all customize your own character, use your multiplayer character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the one you built, you know, in multiplayer into that game. That's the only thing I would say about it. Like, you know, you do all this work for customization in the multiplayer. Like, why not be able to use that character in the co-op? You know, maybe that's the only thing I can pull negative about. But like, oh my God, there's 4 Master Chiefs on the field. Who gives a fuck? I mean, like, there's more than one Spartan, you know, like out there in the Halo universe. So whatever, I'll get over it.
I loved when
all that should go away once they play.
I love when they were trying to take the power cells, the power coils, and they were trying to toss it up in the air and have somebody else like grab it with the grappling hook. They weren't doing a really good job with it, but like I can see like going in 4 players, everybody
doing
coming
dumb
in,
shit.
Everybody coming in doing kind of like at different directions, different like entry points, and somebody's like, "Yo, I'm just some shit," and just like grab a power cell and throw it over to them. See them like hook it with the grappling hook and then just chuck it at the group of enemies that like is holding them back or something. I can see a lot of like cool gameplay potential with the co-op in this. I'm excited, man. I really am. But let's get to Crispy on this. Crispy, did you check it out, bro?
I'm watching it right now.
Should I wait until maybe I should go to K Mega first? Let you get like soak it in a little bit more.
You know, yeah. You know what? Do that. Do that.
You know, a good host would have had it in the gameplay instead of having their crappy ass gameplay of this game they're showing. They'd have had the screen of the.
How dare you call Quantum Break gameplay crappy ass gameplay, dude? This is one of the most underrated
It's because you're
titles
playing it.
last
It's
gen.
not.
I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
it's
this.
not that the game
Quality is
sucks.
absolutely
This is
I just know my
blasphemy.
gameplay better being here tonight.
The slander.
It's like
I know
his
that.
Sonic
I know I
gameplay
better
that
see
one
some of
time. He
my
couldn't get
gameplay
over a
in here
fucking
tonight.
wall. I mean, I remember that shit too.
Yeah, like I mean that was
Dude,
you know, what I'm saying?
because
So,
of you, I got PTSD with Sonic because of you. Anytime I go to play a Sonic game and think about recording it for gameplay, I remember you talking so much shit about my Sonic gameplay. I'm like, nah, I'll play something else. Yeah, like
Yeah, that's why you guys will never see my Elden Ring gameplay because I just die all the fucking time. Like I'll never do it.
Yo, real quick. Shout out to Sir X-Man hitting up that super chat, bro. He did it twice. Yo, real quick. He says, I think it's going for Fall Guys here. Either that or there's some weird mix-up collaboration I didn't see yet. But he says, I think Fallout Guys put me in the hospital. Thanks, bot. No, it's Fall Guys, and it definitely didn't. All right, you cannot blame Fall Guys for that. By the way, I am hooked on Fall Guys. I love playing that game. And he says, someone needs to play with me when I get back on Halo. Brother, it's 4-player co-op, man. You can definitely join us. Jump in. We'll
Read
let
that
you know
again,
where to
but leave
go.
the last word off of it.
Freaking
No,
believable.
I'm not doing that, Fred.
Read that again and leave the last word off of it.
No, I'm not doing that, Fred. I'm not doing that. When they do a super chat, I have to read every word that is put in there, bro. Like, I don't know why you're trying to get me to say some slanderous shit right here. But yo, K Mega.
Yes.
Dude, I know you checked out the co-op reveal, right?
Nope.
Are you for real?
Yep.
Dude, you're one of the bigger Halo fans on my friends list. You didn't check it out?
No.
Oh, I guess you don't have anything to say on it then, huh?
Probably not.
Damn it, bro.
No, I watched.
Yeah, I knew it. Dude, from the first no, I was like,
Yeah.
I knew it.
What the fuck?
I knew it, man. Yo, so dude, like I said, what do you think? What do you think about what you saw? Is it because I know a lot of people, when it comes to the Halo community, first off, the whole community is never happy. You got the Sony extremists out there. They're just wishing every single day that Halo would die because Sony doesn't really have a comparable franchise that deals with the multiplayer, single player, and everything the way that Halo does. They want it dead.
Bungie, but they got Bungie on a lease, pretty much.
Well, yeah, they got Bungie, but they don't have Bungie under PlayStation. They have Bungie as its own, that's a part of Sony right there on an equal
Bungie
level to
owing.
PlayStation. But
Bungie's going around. They don't care. They like, look, we want everybody to touch us. So
damn.
So,
but
no, I watched it. No, I mean, look, it was, unlike some people, you know me, I kind of wish that we could have had to use our multiplayer characters. But I understand it because Chief is the only protagonist in the game, pretty much. So,
well, yeah, you heard what they said about that, right?
Yeah, right. I heard, yeah. And they said that they thought
They're
about
like,
it.
we're not changing the story.
Yeah, so they're not changing the story. So I understand that. So yeah, no, it's understandable. But it just goes to where I always talk about, well, expand the shit so we can get those type of varieties within the game. But no, it looked really fun. It looked cool. I mean, I'm saying I definitely will be going all in playing it. I'm saying it's unfortunate that I haven't played Halo in a couple of months, but but this will definitely make me boot it back on, and I might go ahead and because I'm like level 42, 45, something like that on the second season, and then I might just go ahead and try to knock this second season out so I can have both seasons already done and completed. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. The only thing I can say, I enjoyed watching what they were offering. I was getting annoyed by Isaac. He was trying to be funny, man. And I'm like, Isaac, you're doing too much. Chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Dude with the power cell? Was that the dude always trying to grab the power cell?
Yeah. Jay did a power cell. And then he just kept talking about this. I'm like, come on now. Shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't see too many brothers out there, and you always sit there and you acting way over the top.
And you not representing right, man.
You ain't representing properly. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You should be cool, have some swag. I mean, I like the outfit, the fit. You know what I'm saying? But damn, you over here. Come on, man. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, I don't care. Oh, shut
I
the hell up.
don't care.
But shout out to Isaac though. You know what I'm saying? Look, got some representation. But you know, it looks fun. I'm definitely, you know, of course, going through that sandbox, things that we'll be able to do. The one thing that is true that is very annoying when you want to try to go through the cutscenes, nobody gives two shits. And I kind of, and at the time, I was thinking like maybe they wanted people to really interact with the story so they could get the full gist of what's going on instead of just bringing in co-op in the beginning where people just kind of skip it and then next thing you know they talk about how they hate the story because they didn't take the time to invest into the cutscenes and things like that. But of course that wasn't the issue. It was just because they was behind. But you know, like I said, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good blast to go. Halo is never going to die. It's just like I told the stands and a couple of PlayStation people on Kids Moves podcast not too long ago. It's like, look, man, I mean, I know that some of these people want some of these people thinking that Halo is dead. Halo is dead. No, it's not. I mean, it's at its lowest state right now. That is where it's going to be, and it's still in the top 13, top 14 on Xbox. Think about that for a second.
Oh, dude,
Lack
you're
of
not
content.
using the right numbers, bro. You got to use the lowest numbers, which is Steam.
No, because because when Bond came in, Bond was over here trying to bring up that number, and that's when I brought it up. I said, Steam numbers don't mean shit. You gotta do the Xbox numbers. Show me it's dead on Xbox. So we went there and he was over here projecting, and I said, look, I guarantee you it's gonna be in the top 15. And he was like, it's 14, like as though, and I'm like, if it's not in the top 30 or 40, if it's not even that, then you could talk about that it's dead or that Xbox gamers don't have interest in it because at that point then you could say it's dead. But no, it's at its lowest point right now. Halo is going to be fine, especially the more that we get content like this. It will get an uptick with this for sure for a little bit, and then it'll go back down until we get Forge, and then it'll jump back up again. But like I've said before, Halo will probably not get into its full capacity. Well, I should say the multiplayer wise until probably mid late 2023, because I think at that point in time we'll have enough of enough variety within the maps, within modes, with Forge and all the cool things that they'll be doing with Forge. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard anything about the leaks that was brought up or anything. I don't know if that was something that you was going to talk about.
I've seen some things when it comes to Forge, and
yeah. Well, no, just in the leaks of the maps and stuff that they've been talking about. So I don't know if you knew anything about that.
Not necessarily. When they're talking about like maps that they're making, like official 343 maps, I have a tendency to wait and see until it happens, because
it's supposed to be 9 it's 11 arena maps and 5 big team battle maps within the scale of 2.5 years. So different biomes. So which means which people we're hoping that they would see within the game itself, but also getting different areas. Of course, if people don't know what biomes are, it's like different templates, like you can get forest area, city,
environment templates, like
in different environments. So in different stages. So looks looks pretty interesting. Don't know if those you got to take leaks with a grain of salt, but I don't know. I feel this is pretty trustworthy because from all the sources that it's come from. So, and for all the people that's been talking about it, but other than that, but getting back into the multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer, that's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast to play. We'll definitely be streaming it and just having fun and going through it. This time we'll be going through it in on the hardest difficulty, and that's what I've been waiting for, so we can just go in here and just get our asses kicked, but have
repeatedly.
Repeatedly. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to get into it once it drops. Well, then if it comes tomorrow, the flight, then I'll go ahead and I'll jump in there and play that, because there's also a flight for man, what is that flight? What is the name of that game? Hold on, let me look for a second. For people out there that didn't know. Exoprimal beta. So
Is
you
it
can check that
open?
out
Is
on.
it an open
No,
beta?
no,
No.
no. You had to sign up for it. Yeah. So I'll be it's gonna if the flight for Halo starts tomorrow, then also Exo Primal will start. It started a couple of days ago, but they still been doing their maintenance thing. So I got an email saying that that's coming too. So if you got a PC, go ahead and try to sign in and see if you can try to get into that as well. So then
All
that'll be
right.
some good gameplay.
Now check it out. K Mega, did you see the part where they actually had somebody on their squad walking away from the squad to show people
Yes,
how far away? Now,
that's a good distance.
in your opinion, because I
Mhm.
was like, holy shit, like to me that was a distance. Do you think there's going to be a problem with the whole tether system? Like, I don't personally have a problem with this because I'm going in
No,
to play the campaign, the missions together and stuff like that. I'm not trying to go in there and have everybody do a different fob and just get like beat it as quick as possible or anything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no,
What do you think about the distance, man?
no. I just I'm sorry, my wife was talking to me.
Uh,
No, I heard what you were saying. No, I didn't have a problem with it if there was still going to be closer restrictions. But I mean, for them to walk that far out, I mean, there's still a lot of fun that you can do. And then, of course, you got to watch out for somebody like me because I'll do some stupid stuff like that. They'll kind of just roam off and trying to do something to try to get some extra, to get some extra, points or whatever the hell I'm trying to do, or get some extra kills or whatever. And then I'll be in some trouble. And I'm like, hey, I need some help. And then I'm way the hell out there, and but no, I think that they just kind of show like, look, for people getting a little bit over paranoid about the situation, it's not like it would be like if you was playing on the 360 where you could only go like maybe 30 feet and then you start seeing a red line or something like that. It is pretty damn far. So
mhm.
I do like that aspect of it. So it doesn't seem like that'll be too big of a big deal at all.
And that's why I said like earlier in the show, I was like, everybody takes like a different entry point to one of the bases. Somebody gets in trouble, you can chuck like a coil over to them or something like that. It definitely looks like to me, you definitely have enough space and flexibility to kind of tackle things from every direction, as long as you're tackling kind of like the same mission. Like
Right.
I don't personally, I don't have a problem with that. That's what I would be playing co-op for anyway.
Yeah, it's good for flanking. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, you can have somebody that can get aerial, come down, come from the top, somebody come from the bottom, other people that, you can you could do two as a team, to come from the top, two from the bottom, or you could have one that feels confident in their game to go in and do the flanker, and then you could go 3-1. You got a whole bunch of different opportunities within the game to just kind of do what you want to do. So,
I could
um,
tell you where that's gonna be a problem at though. All right, you ever played the Division or
oh yeah,
some
oh
game
yeah.
like that, and you got that motherfucker just like in his menus trying to fix his gear, and everybody else is ready to
Oh,
play.
yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
Craig,
there'll
you know
be
what's
those
going to
for
happen?
people to
The
trouble.
crew is going to walk away from that dude. He's literally, and I love what they were saying in the stream because they were really keeping it kind of like in character. They're like, well,
Mhm.
if you're too far away from your squad, they're like the UNSC declares you AWOL and they snipe your ass. And that's pretty much what happens. Like you get
Yeah,
sniped and you get dropped like right then and there. So the one that's in his menus, the one that's like, oh, hold on a minute, hold on, dude, he's just gonna get popped in the head, and then he's gonna spawn with the crew again.
The crew.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah,
Nice touch.
yeah,
Nice
yeah.
touch.
I
Yeah,
like
it's,
that.
it's
I
yeah.
like it,
So
man.
it's really cool. Yeah, but there's all different types of strategies, and then the ability to just kind of play with the sandbox as a team. And then of course, the way that the game is going to play, how it's going to scale with 4 players or however many, if there are people that's going to step out, that it'll scale down. Probably won't be as intense, but instead of going by ranking or something like that, because if it would go by people's rank, and if somebody's in there with an Onyx rank, Lord have mercy, help us. But yeah, it would be. But it yeah, no, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's there's still more things to be done within the game, but if we as gamers just be realistic about it, no game is truly officially dead until they stop production, start working on the game. And so, and Halo is not going to get Halo Infinite is not going to get uh it's not going to get stopped working on. So it'll get better. This is kind of we've been in a dark era, right? Dark little period right now, but it's moving in the right direction. So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
you just got to be patient.
No, I got you, man. And there's still a lot more that they want to do
Right.
with Halo Infinite. They're talking about. I guess there's another. The seasonal kind of like story narrative that started beginning of the season. There's going
Hmm.
to be kind of like a conclusion to that. So there's going to be more story coming out fairly soon as well. Um, but we got to get to Crispy over here now. Crispy, you guys know him. He's a Gears head. He has dabbled in Halo as well. So I am proud of him for that. So Crispy, you've been watching um the reveal for the campaign co-op. What do you think, man? What are some highlights that you've seen? Any low points, any things of concern, man? What are your thoughts about what you're seeing so far, bro?
I haven't looked into it much. Is this 4-player couch co-op?
No, they're showing the four different screens. It's four. I think it's they're supposed to be doing couch co-op as well. So I'm not sure if that's it or if they're showing the four different screens. But it's going to be online and I believe local as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to mix them up. If you can have like two local and
Oh,
then
dude,
two
because
online.
I'll play with my girl and her son. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely, I guarantee. Like, if it's couch co-op, we don't have to have different TVs
yeah,
or
no,
different consoles or nothing like that. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's something I haven't seen in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really think about it, like 4-player, like that's like, like N64 started it. Halo was doing it for a period of time. Some other games that were, kind of, third party would do it, but it was like few and far between. So if they're actually doing that, that's very interesting. That's interesting because, you play under one console if it's able to, I don't know if like a original Xbox One would power it. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's using cloud too, but that's
that's a good
interesting.
that's an interesting thought as well, man.
You know, and you know what I love about this so far? It's just like they're just playing the damn game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they were
I don't
dying
have
and
the
everything.
sound.
Yeah.
I don't have the
Yeah.
sound on. I'm not hearing the thoughts or whatever, but I'm just watching it, and that's all I feel like. They're just playing the damn game.
Yeah,
Like,
they were dying and doing all that
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, one person using the map, like if that's able to be done within that 4-player screen, I don't know, like maybe they'll clarify in a couple days or something. But if that's able to be done in the 4-player, and then like because you haven't progressed enough or something like that, maybe you have, you could supersede somebody, especially if you're sitting in like a LAN party type thing. You know what I'm saying? Just 4 players in front of one screen. That would be interesting because then you'd be like, hey guys, I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? And you're like sitting right next to them. So if they don't hear you, shame on them. It's just, I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna wait. Like Pred, I'm gonna wait. I don't want to be, going through some of what you guys are going through. I've been there with Gears. I know the feeling. It's like we're screaming loud, and they're like, "Nah, we ain't doing that." And it happens all the day. Like I was a Gears 3 beta tester. Gears 2, I was playing with people that were insanely good at the game. And then they completely changed the game. And I watched those people that I became friends with absolutely hate it. And I loved it even more because I was better at it. You know what I'm saying? So I became a Gears, like everybody hated the sawed-off shotgun. I freaking loved it. I love that I could have a sawed-off and a Nasher all at the same time. So if somebody uses sawed-off, I pick it up. Guess what? I have sawed-off and Nasher. So I'd have 1-2 with the sawed-off, and then I'd have 9 freaking bullets to just, smash somebody at the end of it. It was great. I loved it. But that's the point. Like, some people are going to hate this. Some people are going to love it. You know what I'm saying? So what I see The only thing I say is you could like add different colors to Master Chief. He could still be Master Chief. You know, do a little something for people.
Oh, okay.
You know,
All
a
right.
little identity, you know, in their own way. Like, you know, maybe even it's just, you know, simply changing the color for now. You know what I'm saying? Do something like that. I think, you know, it would go a long way for like people to be like, okay, at least I can express myself in some way. I think that's what people are looking for, especially, you know, half the game's free to play. You know what I'm saying? So you have people invested in the ecosystem to begin with because it's free to play. So then they want to try the campaign, but they want to play with other people because that's what they do. They're a multiplayer gamer. So, you know, that's what you do. And you can't express yourself at all like all these free to play games. Like if you want to buy it or not, if you want to earn it, whatever it may be, it's usually there. Like some games just make you buy it. I mean, let's be honest, but not all of them. So you look at that and you say, you know, give them something. You know, maybe changing the weapon skins could be that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You got to give them something because, like, I could have my own weapon skins. It couldn't change the character, but I could have my own weapon skins in Gears games.
Okay.
You know, Gears 4 and 5, I had, you know, different weapon skins, but they didn't allow you to change the character. That's all. So if you want to go that route, I think it would do a lot for people. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I got you. I think all in all, I think, you know, again, there are a lot of people out there trying to bet against this game on a daily basis. There are people that used to be YouTubers that all they do now is like live on Twitter and they live just to try to post anything negative for Halo and Xbox. And I think you guys know who I'm talking about there. But there are a lot of people out there voting against this game. Now, from what I saw with the campaign co-op, I'm excited. You know, we're getting new achievements to go after. I think they addressed pretty much every issue that I could see when it comes to campaign co-op. I think when it comes to the whole tether system, I think they're really flexible with it. I have no problem with that because again, I'm not sending like two of my squad like to go take care of all this other stuff while we do this campaign mission over here. I'm not trying to get three other people into the game just so I can beat it as fast as possible. I'm getting three other people into the game to have fun and go through the story with my friends on Xbox. Like I that's my main goal. So for the people who wanted to like speed run through it and send one person this way and the other person that way and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to do that. So there's going to be people that aren't going to be happy about that. But I think all in all, they did a good job. Some things that we didn't talk about. The enemies will scale according to how many people are in your co-op team. So if you do have three other Spartans with you, the enemies will be tougher. But not only that, the posts where you get ammo, that say like kinetic ammo or plasma or whatever, they're actually going to have more ammo in them for the squad. Okay, because they do run out, and so there's going to be more ammo in them. I think they pretty much thought of everything. Now they just got to make sure it runs smoothly, and that's what the flight is for. It's pretty much that next to final step before this mode, this feature, this part of the game comes out. So I'm looking forward to it. But speaking of games coming out, I was a big Skate fan. Skate 1, Skate 2, for people who don't know, skateboarding game from EA. And I had a lot of fun with those games. And then Skate was on a hiatus for quite a few years, and people were wondering if it was ever coming back. Now they announced that it's coming back. People got really excited. Today we get more information about the new Skate game that is still in early development, and it seemed to upset a few people. And the reason why is, first off, the game is called Skate. So it's kind of, I would call it kind of like a reboot of the franchise, right? This is the kicker right here. It's going to be a live service free to play game. It is multi-plat. It's going to be coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC with cross-play and cross progression as well. it is going to have microtransactions, and it says it will focus on cosmetics and convenience. That could be an issue right there, and it's still in early development. So this new information, people got upset that it's free to play, and I'm going to share my thoughts on that real quick. I feel there are a lot of games that would cater to a kind of like free to play type situation. A skateboarding game like this, I think, is definitely one of them. If you look at the games out there right now, free to play is a part of the gaming community. It's part of the console gaming community. It's been a part of mobile. It's been a part of PC. It's now pretty much, in every like part of gaming. So I don't see a problem with it being free to play. I'm actually more excited for that because anybody will be able to download it and play it. So nobody will have an excuse when I'm like, hey, you want to play Skate? And it'd be like, well, no, I never bought it. No, it's free to play. You can just download it and play it, or play it through the cloud if given the chance. I like the crossplay and cross progression. Crossplay is always good, but they also have cross progression as well for people like K Mega, like Predator, who they play on Xbox. They also go to PC, and you'll be able to bring everything that you earned and whatnot, with you, regardless of platform. The microtransactions part, I think there might. I don't know about that whole convenience thing, guys. It says it'll focus on cosmetics, which we've all gotten used to. Let's be honest. It's nothing that it's no pay to win or anything like that. But the and convenience part. Now I think that's like unlocking parks that are within the city, stuff like that. I think you probably will be able to pay to do that. I want to hear what the panel says about that. And of course, again, it's in early development. Now, Crispy, you're into skateboarding games, right? I know you like Tony Hawk. Are you just into skateboard games in general, or was it just the Tony Hawk thing?
Tony Hawk like pulls at my heartstrings. Like, I don't know. I understand like Bot always be like, well, you do all these crazy moves, and I'm like, yeah, because I can in the game. I don't know, like Skate, I think it would actually do well as long as they're not egregious with the microtransactions. Like if they don't limit your play, like yeah, you might have to earn it. Like a lot of good, like Rocket League. Rocket League is still huge. You know what I'm saying? Like still.
I was thinking about playing Rocket League today.
And I get, every once in a while I'll play it and I'll get something that I never had. You know what I'm saying? And they do that. Anytime I played Fortnite, that's not really the case. I don't know. You got to ride that line. I think it would get a bigger audience, to be honest with you. Not necessarily that everybody's going to love it. I mean, nobody ever loves every game. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a multiplayer person. You could be, just only single player, and that's all you care about. So you're not going to love the latter. I mean, it's one of those things like skating games, are quote unquote niche right now, but it has realistic aspects compared to Tony Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I like Tony Hawk because it's more arcadey. Like, Skate has always been more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a problem? Would I try it? Probably. Because I do like skating has been a part of my life. You know what I mean? Whether I was doing it or somebody else was. You know what I'm saying? And I would always like hang out with people like that. So, like to try to learn it through a video game, like what actually transpired years ago is not a bad thing. And for free, regardless of not having cosmetics, like I said, like the Halo thing, like, yeah, like earn a little something. So if they do that, you know what I'm saying, without having to spend money, I think it will go a long way. But that's the model that they have to figure out.
Crispy, have you ever played a skate game before, like Skate 1, Skate 2? Like, have you ever played any?
I've played Skate. Yeah.
Do you know, like, because there's one thing I think you would absolutely love in Skate. They're called Thrasher challenges. I don't know if you've ever played those. where you literally have to jump off something and see how many bones you break, and they go
Yeah.
to the X-ray and they show you like breaking your bones like on the curb and the rail.
Yeah. I learned about that
That's so
when my
fun.
girlfriend's son was doing it.
That's so fun.
And it was, and I mean, he's like, look at this barrel roll, and he's just breaking bones. And I'm like X-ray vision, like I'm getting flashbacks of Tenchu and now, MKX and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm getting. And I'm like, this is kind of like when it came out, like I was impressed. So, you gotta build an audience, and how else do you get people to love skating again? Because it used to be the biggest thing. It really did. Skating and BMX, that was huge back in like the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you get people to like it again? You start with a video game now. That's a logical step. But like I said, if people don't want to spend money and they just want to play the game, they might give you praise. Give them a little something, because everybody's got a voice now. A lot of people don't realize that. You all have a voice now. Like Twitter, Facebook, all these social media platforms, you have a voice. But if you constantly don't, allow everything to be nice and, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world, and really you're sitting there like, why is this like this? I hate it.
Yeah.
If you don't say nothing, they're not going to do nothing. And it's not going to be just yours. It's going to be all the other people that may follow you or whatever, or do whatever. Like, you got to say something. So, I think free to play can work. It's just, can they give people enough, even if they don't spend money? And I think that's the line that we are writing at this point with free to play, microtransactions, all that BS. We always like complained about season passes and loot boxes, and now we're like, can we have those back, please? You know what I'm saying? It's a little weird. Like, dude, I have like 10 times the amount of characters and skins in Gears 4 than Gears 5. Like, dude, 10 times.
I wish Halo still had the rec pack system.
And we trashed. I was with everybody else. I trashed it, and now I look at it and I'm like, man,
that wasn't that bad. Yeah, that was pretty good, man.
So I think these companies are, they're going to get ahead of themselves. They've done it to us. You know what I'm saying? They've done it. Any free to play, they've done it. I've watched it, but I think like something like Rocket League is a good example. They give me stuff like, okay, I play a lot of Gears. Guess what? They gave me the one of the Gears vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, like, have a partnership, like do stuff like that. Like Fortnite, I didn't get no Marcus Phoenix character. They didn't give it to me. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and I say, I don't know. Like, one's doing a better model than the other. They want to make money, but they got to make it, logical for people that don't want to spend a lot of money. And when they do spend money, they'll spend it on something. But it's few and far between. You can't be thinking that everybody's going to drop like $10 every week. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think, hey, we throw them a nugget and then they might go tenfold at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
Yo, Crispy, my weakness when it comes to skateboarding games and like, when they're talking about cosmetics, the skateboard brand Zero, dude, I love just about any apparel, whether it's the hoodies, the hats, the skateboards. I love the Zero brand. So I already know, like, when this comes out, man, that's going to be my weakness. I'm probably going to have like that whole Zero shop. Like all the skateboard decks, all the hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Fucking, I love that brand. So
mine was always Birdhouse. It's just a Tony Hawk.
Of course,
thing.
Tony Hawk, man. You gotta go Birdhouse, bro.
I have a shirt with his signature on. I met the guy. I looked at him straight in the eyes. So that was cool.
Oh, did you look at him deep into his eyes though? Is that?
Well, he technically signed my shirt twice because he like started to do his tee and then he went to another spot. So it's the only signature in purple on my entire shirt.
Oh shit! Do you have it hanging up in a frame and everything?
No, it's in a Ziploc bag. I've never washed it. Nothing.
I never watched it. Oh goodness!
I didn't wear it there either. I watched it. I brought it there. It's an official Levi's X Games shirt, and this is back in 2003. the X Trials at Lake Compounds. It was the only time they ever did the X Trials at Lake Compounds. And we rode our bikes there. It took us an hour and a half from Southington. And we rode our bikes there, and we got signature. I got Dave Mira. I got Matt Hoffman.
Oh,
I got so many signatures on this one shirt, but the problem is that nobody will take it seriously, even though I was standing right in front of these people giving me those signatures. They won't take it seriously because it's not authenticated. Like the thing's worth like $5,000, I'd say.
You have to get it authenticated to to get the most in terms of what its value is per se. Otherwise, they're like, yeah, no, you could have signed all that. No, I understand that. I used to collect like basketball cards, football cards, and stuff. So when it came to signatures, Ben, that was always.
I have like 10,000 basketball and football and baseball cards.
Well, if you ever don't want them, you can just send them my way, and that's all I gotta say. But
not for free.
Let's see. Let's talk to Pred while he's still here, because he might have a hot date tonight. So Pred, you still with us, bro?
I'm here.
Okay. Pred, I don't know how you feel about like skateboarding games, man. What
tell me with this.
What do you think about this news? Like, Skate is going free to play. Some people are really not happy about that. I like when it comes to like game genres. I can kind of, I'm like, well, that kind of makes sense to me, and they don't really have to make a sequel. They can just add content to it and keep it going and stuff. I don't have a problem with that, man. What do you think about this news here? Skate free to play, microtransactions, all that good stuff, man.
I mean, I kind of see where the concern is at, because like the microtransactions part of it makes it like they already kind of came out and they said that it's not free to play. It's not. I mean, it's not play to win. They kind of went over the shit that most of us, like, when you hear that free to play, we concern ourselves with. They kind of said, no, this isn't gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But like, I think a game like this with the customizations that you can get, like, I mean, it kind of makes sense to me. You can advertise on the skateboards. You can advertise on the gear. Like you can customize your character. I think you said something about them, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't play skate, but like I think you mentioned something about the parks and stuff like that. Like you might have to lock those, but like, but everything else sounds like like, hey, if you play the game, you can either get. This is what I hate about that kind of that model, right? If there's something a set of gear that you want, right? Give me the opportunity to earn it in the game and purchase it through my earnings in the game, or give me an opportunity to buy it just cash. Like maybe I don't feel like waiting. Give me both options, and as long as that's there, that's fine. Like if there's like a skateboard I want to buy, that's not going to help me like this, like maybe it's just like a cosmetic thing, right?
Yeah.
If I want to buy that, let me buy that. If I want to spend, if I want to be that guy who wants to spend $5 on that skateboard, let me be that guy. Or let me earn it in the game, do points or whatever. Like, give me both options. And sometimes games don't really do that very well.
I think Pred, I think that's what they mean by convenience. And with me playing games like Fall Guy or whatnot, like on the season pass, if you just want to get to the next level of the season pass, which doesn't mean anything in pay to win or anything, but you can throw down money to like gain levels in that, or you can earn it. I've been earning them all. When it comes to the parks and stuff, do you remember like the original, like the skates, they always had that kind of like don't have time for it pack, where it just unlocked like all the parks that were in the city. Split Second, K Mega, I think you can kind of verify this. Split Second also had where it would unlock all the races for you. It's kind of like I just don't have time pack or something like that.
Oh yeah.
I that's what I think they mean by convenience. I'm just hoping that they don't push it too far for money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, as long as that's, what I'm saying, like, as long as it's there where you can kind of do one or the other, I'm cool with that. But I can see some people's concern, but like, I think they kind of outlined what they were going to do with it to the degree where it shouldn't be that much of a concern. Like you're not gonna. No one's gonna have an advantage over the other person. It's just, it sounds like it's gonna be more cosmetic. In a game like this, it makes sense to me. Like, you know, you go to like anywhere you go, anyone can buy what the fuck they want to buy, wear what they want to wear, and I think they're kind of capitalizing off of that. So like, I mean, and I do like anytime that I see cross progression,
Yes.
I love that
Yes.
because I play on multiple systems, you know. So like maybe like I don't want to play. Maybe I'll sit on my couch and play on my Xbox. And I don't want to have two fucking, you know, different games going, you know, with two characters, you know, that I've had to build up through. Like Outriders did that. I fucking hated that. Ghost Recon does it. Like, I mean, I hate these games that do this now because we obviously know that it's a possibility to make cross progression. They just would rather make you buy a whole new game and start a whole new fucking character and start from scratch than just say, hey, your character on your Xbox is going to carry over to your character on your PlayStation 5. You know, like that just makes sense to me. But like, when I see cross progression, I'm like, awesome, thank you. You know, it's like maybe I want to play with my Xbox friends, maybe I want to play with my PC guys. You know, like, so that was a plus. But the other stuff you're talking about, like, let that shit. I don't know who's complaining about that. I mean, like, games do this shit all. We've been doing this shit for years now. Like, and like Chris, we said, like, you know, we kind of want to go back to those old days when we were getting like on the Halo and stuff like that, where things were different. And now we've gotten to this point, you know, where like, you know, we're complaining about these microtransactions when they're just cosmetic. You know, they're not really going to do anything to the game. But if you got the money and you want to spend that money to buy that skateboard and that hoodie, you know, that's on you. It's a choice. They're not forcing it on you like some other games to try to do in the past.
Yeah, no, and I hear you on that. And the way that Skate was made, because the developer came out and said this is kind of like the natural progression of the franchise. And the reason why I agree with that, it was Skate was made so, like, especially on the multiplayer side, you and your friends go to like a skate park, or, you know, go to a park in the middle of the city with like a bunch of grind rails and stuff like that, and you literally have sessions like you would in real life. You know, you can mark off points and be like, all right, it's between here and here. Let's see how many tricks you can do and stuff like that. So it's really kind of, a lot of it is based around you and your friends hanging out, just like how you would do in real life, and just tricking off of like whatever is there, whether you're in a skate park or whether you're in just a regular park and you're grinding off benches and stuff like that. So I can see where they would go to the free to play model and have it like, you know, like an online hub that people are going and, you know, they're competing in, they're hanging out in, and they're doing the whole skateboarding thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense to me, bro. I don't know, like, people, man. Today's all about extremes. You either love it or hate it. You can't just be like, that looks okay. Like, everything's extreme. So when people don't like it, they're absolutely triggered by it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They try to create a movement or something. I don't know. But so I guess I won't be playing Skate with you then, bro. I guess because you said you're not really into all that.
I ain't gonna jump in there, but like, you expect me to be fucking, you know, doing fucking ollies and shit. Like, probably the simplest move ever, but like, I mean, like, I don't skate like that. So like,
we'll do the Thrasher, man. We'll see how many bones we can break. Like,
oh, I'm sure I can fuck that shit up.
Jumping off a building, like, yeah, that's so much fun, man. It is a blast, yo. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm excited. I'm excited to have Skate come back. We already got Tony Hawk back. I'm actually gonna download that on my Series X after the show, man. I got that itch. I got that urge, man. I don't know, but let's get K Mega in this. K Mega, like, I know when it comes down to it, SSX snowboarding. I know you're there with me, of course.
Yeah.
I'm better at the game than you are, but that's okay.
No,
That's okay.
No,
My ass doesn't hit the snow as many times, but dude, are you into skateboarding as well? When it comes...
not so much. Used to be in the older games like Skate or Die, or
you're going way back then.
Yeah,
stuff like that. I
I
used to go hard on those back then. Or then, like, there was a game on PlayStation where you could be on a luge. There was skateboarding. There was a lot of extreme game stuff. But after I played Tony Hawk, and that was the first Tony Hawk back on on the PlayStation, and that was it. I kind of got out that phase, and so I'm not interested in a way. I would free to play. I would download it just to give it a shot, kind of like Fall Guys. But it's not
I love
like
Fall
anything
Guys,
that
man. I love
Y-
Fall Guys,
You
bro.
know what? That stupid game is trying to invade my Nakara. So which is or Nakara, however you pronounce it. So many people give
It's
me
Fall Guys is a fun game to pick up for 30 minutes.
yeah. Yeah, but that silly ass game is now going to be a part
I'm like a level
of
76 on
yeah.
my season
Silly.
pass, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, they're adding like modes to where it's kind of similar to Fall Guys, and I guess you can play with a little Fall Guy creature, maybe. I don't know or whatever, but
Oh,
I
that
was like,
collaboration. Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
what's going on with that.
it's a collaboration. It started yesterday, so I said, okay, well, I'll get back on the car here a little bit later, or what I'm saying. So, but um, and I'll finish the DLC to uh uh Valhalla, the Dawn of Ragnarok. Um, you keep saying Naraka. Okay, Naraka. Yeah, but when I say it, then I might say it the right way, and then you're saying, so okay, Naraka. All right, whatever.
Yo,
So
Yobi's been on your ass about this for like 3
I don't
weeks,
care.
bro.
Yobi better get his fighting skills up. That's all I need to say. That's all
Ooh,
Oh,
he needs to
damn.
oh.
sister, get that shit right. You know what I'm saying? So come on. Anyway, I want to see my boy, but you're right. I need to get if I'm going to say the game, especially much I cap for it, I need to say it right. But um, I and especially last I was getting my ass kicked in fight night last week, so but I got lit, so that was my excuse. But I mean, look, the just not usually my favorite thing. So I mean, like I said, I would download it free to play. I think one thing about free to play games is I think people have this stigma of thinking of how free to play games used to be. Like when you first, we first got on the Xbox One and then you started playing like let's say Warframe, and Warframe was a shell of itself compared to what it is now. You would look at it and think kind of like when have you played Genshin Impact, I believe how you pronounce that.
Genshin.
Yeah, yeah.
My son plays that like crazy.
Or yeah, like it blows your mind how good these games are. And then of course you look at other titles out there that's just like it's not like what it used to be. Like it had a stigma because there were the hardware limitations and things like that. But now these games are taking off. And usually when these games first start off, they kind of rough. But after that, no, they're pretty well balanced. So I with a game like this, I think it's perfect because you don't see that game doing very well selling it, because EA is now starting to get into the selling games at $70. So that game would not sell well for $70. So if you do it as a free to play, it's something that I also say for fighters. If they lower those prices, or if they have these fighters, especially these type of fighters, like you're looking at me, my gameplay of DNF Duel, have them free to play. I think that they will go a lot way. You get a lot more hands and eyes on these type of titles, and give people, like Pred said, the option to buy cosmetics or extra characters or things like that, or earn them. As long as you give them the right to where they can earn them, then I don't see a problem with people just saying, look, I just want to, pay the shut up edition. You know what I'm saying? I want it all. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay it right here and now. I like it. I dig it. And that's it. And I think that's the beauties of what free to play can offer. And I think that's what will help Skate benefit. And I think that that's a good model for other titles that would be considered more niche or something that is not going to like sell like gangbusters right off the bat, even though the game has got a cult following, or maybe one time it was really popular. But I don't think anybody's really capping hard for a skateboarding game except for Tony Hawk, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
Skate's got a huge Skate definitely has a huge community, and they have been like loud about wanting another Skate. That's why they really had no plans to do another one, but it was the community constantly getting on EA's ass. Like we don't necessarily see it in the community we're in right now, But I will let you know, like there, yeah, skate is pretty. I don't think it's as big. Like Tony Hawk in its prime was absolutely a huge game. You know what I'm saying? Like a new
Yeah,
Tony
that's what I'm
Hawk
saying.
coming
Yeah,
out was like
Tony Hawk is huge.
was
Yeah,
like
right. I knew it was a
the
bigger
next
game.
Call
Yeah.
of Duty, like the next Madden, like any of the bigger, really high like selling titles throughout like history when it comes to video games. Like Tony Hawk was like right up there with that, but Skate has a really big community, a loud community, and they have been wanting this game for a long time. So um well, we're getting it. We're getting it. Not necessarily the exact same way as a lot of those people wanted, but I think it's gonna do good, man. Again, like K Megan, do you agree with me? Like when it comes to like the whole skating thing, the way that this is built around is like for you and your friends to come together, go to a skate park, regular park, or a dry pool, like in ground pool or something like that, and literally you can make your own contests with your friends. Like there, it's just like being out there in real life, and to me that caters to like that free to play model. People hanging out. You want to be competitive? Go here, do this, do that, get into this event, but like I think it caters to that free to play model, that kind of like openness. I think that the skateboarding community, that feel, that lifestyle, I think it caters to a game like this, man.
Right. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of games that could benefit from going free to play instead of just going with, just a regular traditional price, of 60, $70, because people are much more, y- they're a lot more lenient on just buying things that they may at one point in time was like, you know what? Well, I mean, I got the extra money. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this game. Nah, there's so many games that's coming out now that people want that they can probably get on deals, or if there's just a new game and they see another game maybe that's on another console or on PC or mobile or whatever, that they can spend the free to play model for those type of games. uh Definitely would benefit. And so yeah, no, I think I think EA made the right decision on doing it. And I don't feel anybody should look at it and feel nervous about it graphically and anything because you hear the word free to play. That's what I'm saying. Like it has a
Yeah,
stigma, which it shouldn't have it, because like I said, if you played Genshin Impact or whatever, how you pronounce it,
Genshin.
Genshin
Genshin.
Impact. Yeah,
Okay, well that's
my
how
my
I
son's
thought I
been
said it
trying to
right the
get me to
first time.
play
But
that
anyway,
game for like
Let him be
months.
country, man. Let him be country.
yeah, let me be country. I don't, listen, but no, it's beautiful. That game is beautiful, and it's fun. The combat is solid. It's got a story you can somewhat
Do you know what
follow.
genre that game is in? Do you know what they call the genre?
It's kind of like an MMO in a way.
No, it's called gotcha.
Oh well, I don't know
They're
what
they're
that
called
is.
gotcha games, and that right there scares me to the point where no, I'm not playing that. Like you know what I'm saying? My son is trying to get me
Yeah,
to play that. I'm like, no, I don't want to spend like a buttload of money after like I start playing this game. And like to me, that's what a gotcha game kind of entails. When they're calling it that, like
hmm
it's like, oh, you started playing, oh, you're hooked, gotcha. That's what I hear in my head when they call it that. So I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro.
yeah. No, I see Abacab asking, what is this, Persona 5? No, this is not Persona 5. Now here's another game that I've been playing here low key, and now you're gonna make me try to say it, which let me be country. It's Togen Rambu Warriors. So it is
Sounds like
a
you did pretty good on that one, bro. I
I
ain't
think
gonna
so. Yeah,
lie.
yeah, I think so. So yeah, it's a game. I just I've just been in a mood to play different things, and so it's kind of in the likeness of Samurai Warriors.
I could see that. I could definitely see Samurai
Musha, what is
Warriors
that? A
next.
Musha? Yeah, I think that's what that genre is called. Musha.
Omnimusha,
Yeah,
99
Musha. Well,
Nights.
yeah, like 99 Nights and that. So yeah, but it's got a ton of characters. It's got a little chemistry to it. But what's the crazy thing is that this game is a mobile game. And it's they made a Steam version. So and that's what I'm playing now is the Steam. Well, that's what you see now is my Steam
Huh.
version gameplay of it. It's pretty damn cool though. So it's not bad at all. You can tell if you look at it closely, graphically, you could kind of tell like, oh yeah, I can see how it could be looked at as a mobile game, but it's actually really, really damn fun. So people anywhere that's interested. But yeah, no, I think that type of those type of games like skate, like I said again, fighters, racers, if they could go and they can get into that free to play type of market, they could get a lot more hands and eyes on it. And I think skate will be successful for it, in my opinion, because there's nothing more as appealing or want people or something that people really want than the cosmetic that just pops. And it doesn't matter what game it is. If you see that cosmetic that you really want, you're either going to play the hell out of that game to try to earn it, or you're going to buy it. That's I mean, Naraka, you know what I'm saying? It does it every time to me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go all in, or I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy some gold because I gotta get that drip. So
I'm gonna earn this through my debit card. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna earn it through the debit card, or I'm gonna earn it through. I'm gonna play my ass off. But it's just. But then when they do it, but usually when it's the really good stuff, it's kind of the exclusive where you gotta pay for the season pass or something like that. I seen Jamie post something that says that's what it's going to be called. It's called about skate season pass, and I'm with them on that. They'll just call it season pass. They ain't gonna call it anything slick. They just want people to say, look, here it is. Here you go. If you want to go through the motions of that, it is what it is. But it's funny because when we had this conversation years ago, and I kept telling people like, look, man, the way that the way it is structured now, I think this is going to be the best, because when people keep bitching and complaining about make changes, and when they do, people aren't going to like it. And you guys just brought the point, especially you and Crispy. We was talking about like Halo 5 and Gears 4. Like everybody was bitching about Gears 4 and how that system was, and then people was bitching about Halo 5 and how that system was. But now people wanted those type of things back because they seem more simplistic and better at that time. But people kept on saying, "Oh, we want something different." So here we are, and I think more games are going to and I think games are going to go with this free to play model until people keep complaining again, and then they'll do something else. But it's not going to they're not going to stop the hustle to make that extra money. I mean, that gamers have already made it established once they started giving DLC passes and now season passes and all this other stuff. Once they seen that there was a market to make a lot of money off of that, these developers and publishers are not going, well, I should say these publishers are not going to relinquish it. They'll just change the game in one way, shape, or form to make people find another way to buy. So,
you would
just
think,
kind of like leave things alone, man. Just let them do what they got to do, and then make the decision there. As long as we got choices, I think that's the best advice I can give.
Yeah, and just real quick, K-Meg, I am gonna move on to the next topic, but with you talking about oh damn, I just literally lost my train of thought. I might get it back.
You saw that gameplay. You saw me cutting that ass up, and they was like, oh.
No, I was too busy. I'm actually watching my gameplay on a different window real quick.
Okay.
I got them side by side, but I just keep going towards my gameplay. I don't know why. Like, it's just so intriguing.
Okay.
But guys, we have come to the main event. Today there was an announcement, and it was a pretty big announcement. PlayStation is starting a new rewards program that basically you don't have to sign up for. It's free. It's called PlayStation Stars, and I'm bringing up the article now. But basically they did have, I think it was PlayStation Rewards at one point in time, like years ago, and I'm not sure if it was still viable, if it's still viable today or whatnot. But I gotta say, from what I remember when they first came out with PlayStation Rewards, I looked at it like kind of cross-eyed a little bit, because like the point totals that they were talking about, and the ability to redeem, and this is just going off of kind of like memory from back then. I thought it was I thought it was going to be like way too much work, like to get anything from that system. But they're coming back with their new system. I'm reading. Let me see what we got going on here, because there's a couple points to this that are really interesting. It says, today I'm pleased to reveal PlayStation Stars, a brand new loyalty program that celebrates you, the player, for being on this ever-growing gaming journey with us. PlayStation Stars will be free to join when it launches later this year. Once you become a member, you'll earn rewards by completing a variety of campaigns and activities. Our monthly check-in campaign simply requires you to play any game to receive a reward, while other campaigns require you to win tournaments, earn specific trophies, or even be the first player to platinum a blockbuster title. See that right there? That's different than, because we're going to show
That's me right there.
we're going to compare this as well, because at the end of the day, we see what PlayStation
Oh shit! At
did.
the end of the day,
Yeah, see, Crispy's got me. Like, you don't have to drink on that. I didn't say it. But Sony is doing a lot of things to kind of counter what Xbox is doing. They revamped PlayStation Plus and PS Now, rolled it together in order to compete with Game Pass. And I feel that they're doing this right now. They're trying to compete with the Microsoft or Xbox reward system that is on Xbox, because Xbox doesn't really advertise this, but I've seen people, once they get in to the ecosystem, once they start playing on the Xbox platform and they discover this reward system, or people in the community start telling them about it, like it kind of blows up with them, and before you know it, they're doing things, they're playing specific games, getting getting these points built up that they can cash in for pretty much anything in the Xbox store. If you want a game, if you want DLC, if you want hardware. Shout out to my brother Jamie, aka the Elusive Gamer, who I believe he cashed in his Microsoft reward points for money and got a massive discount on his Series X. If it didn't pay for the whole thing, I think it at least paid for the majority of it. So they're trying to compete with this reward system as well. So this right here, a monthly check-in campaign simply requires you to play any game and receive a reward, while other campaigns require you to win tournaments, earn specific trophies, and even be the first player to platinum a blockbuster title. All PlayStation Stars members will have opportunities to earn loyalty points. Now, these points can be redeemed in a catalog that may include PSN wallet funds. So it might include just basically money. All right, which
maybe
is that's what it says may include. But Microsoft reward system is all about pretty much giving you money.
Digital bucks, yep.
All right, so let's see. PS Plus members enrolled in PlayStation Stars automatically earn points for purchases on PlayStation Store, pretty much just like Xbox as well. Whenever you buy games digitally, you buy movies, anything like that, you're earning points on your Microsoft rewards. Let's see. Here's something interesting. Also, as part of the PlayStation Stars, we are unveiling a new type of reward called digital collectibles.
NFTs.
Collectibles are as diverse as our portfolio of products and franchises. They are digital representations of things that PlayStation fans enjoy, including figurines of beloved and iconic characters from games and other forms of entertainment, as well as cherished devices that tap into Sony's history of innovation. There will always be a new collectible to earn, an ultra rare collectible to strive for, or something surprising to collect just for fun. Now, I gotta say, there are a couple things in here that I find interesting. I think are pretty cool with this. Now, again, Pred, I'm gonna go to you, man, because I want to make sure, I want to get your thoughts in on this before the your model comes over or anything. So, Pred, what do you think about this system?
Where
now?
you at?
Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Dude, that would have been great when we were talking about Skate, bro.
Yeah.
But Pred, first off, when I was on Twitter talking about this, there were people who are like, "Oh yeah, well it may be to compete with Xbox, or if it's to compete with, so it probably nobody wants to give it the like, oh yeah, that's definitely what they're doing. They
Yeah.
already did that with Game Pass, and now they're trying to make sure they're they got every kind of like corner covered when it comes to what Xbox is offering, so they can say, hey, we got something like that over here. Dude, what do you think about this offering? What they're talking about? I think there's a couple cool points that Xbox definitely is not doing right now with their rewards program that I would like to see. But give us your thoughts, bro. What's going on?
I mean, it's definitely mimicking Xbox, and like you said, they're adding some things in there that Xbox isn't doing. So, you know, if they say the best form of respect is when you copy somebody else. So, and that's basically what they're doing, and they're adding their own tweaks to it, which
Yeah.
builds competition. So now, Microsoft can be like, you know what, that's a good idea. Now, I will say this: Sony kind of mimics the shit that Xbox does all the time. We've mentioned that before.
Hardcore, bro.
Anybody says that's bullshit is lying. It's a known fact, and I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or if they're just seeing like oh, this works. Let's go with that model. Like in like they don't want to be the first ones at the gate to do things, so they don't put their neck out on the line. Whereas Microsoft is like, oh, let's do it, and then it fucks up, and they get chastised for it. And the things that work, Sony seems to copy. The things that don't work, Sony's like, oh, we fuck with that. So, and I don't really use the reward system with Microsoft as much as I should. I do a lot of Bing searches.
Jamie mad at you for
Jamie.
that. Like,
No, because you know what? Before, with the One X, when it first came out, the Xbox One. I'm sorry, the Xbox One when it first came out. I had a lot of Microsoft points because I used to do a lot of Bing searches at work, and then and so I had a lot of points, and I knocked off a nice chunk of change off of mine. And then I look back, I should have done this more, but now I don't really use Bing as much for my job, So we're more Google focused now, so I don't get those points for that stuff. But but I do still use Bing, and I still get my points for my rewards, whatever, for my Xbox Game Pass.
Game Pass,
So
yes.
yeah, so that's what I use it for. It kind of covers it for the year. By the time I need to use it again, I'm either right there or really already over it a little bit. So that works for me. But with this reward system that they're using for PlayStation, I can see that working for them, because I mean, like, it's something they're just adding more to their palette. I don't know how many people are going to use it. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I'm still kind of confused with the tier system right now with the online. But I mean,
yo, hold on, Pred. Hold on, Pred, real quick. Yo, Face23. First off, good to see you in the chat, bro. But Pred, he's saying if it wasn't for PlayStation, you guys wouldn't have free games on Xbox Live Gold. Now, Pred, you know why PlayStation gave away free games, right?
To compete with Xbox Live.
No, because they fucking got hacked, all right, and didn't tell anybody. And that was their reward. That was like the, hey, we're sorry, guys.
That's how it started.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
It started from the hack. Yo, Brooklyn, brother, dude, be honest with people. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was, if PlayStation didn't blatantly ignore their fan base and ignore telling them that their financial information might be out there in the hands of complete strangers to do whatever they want with it. Yeah, you're right. It's because of PlayStation, but it's because of them being shady as fuck. That's why we got free games over here as well. Come on, bro. Calm down. But all right, go ahead.
It's not like we give a shit about those free games. Like, when was the last time? I mean, I can't say on the PlayStation side, but I know on the Xbox side, I ain't downloaded a free game in fucking years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even look at those games anymore. Those games with gold games they give away. Like, I haven't looked at those in a long fucking time. I think the last one that actually caught my eye was when they put Sunset Overdrive on there, and I still can't play that game because I still can't stand it. But and again, I know that competition is there, but the thing is, that's what I'm talking about. That competition is there, because now we all like, when they were giving out free games, I use the example right now, but like now we compare those free games that we get, right? Now we're going to compare this. Now we're going to compare Game Pass to what Sony's offering. So like that competition is going to thrive other shit going forward. So like I'm glad that they, and the thing is, it's not something that I never even heard of anybody on the PlayStation side complaining about not having this. To be honest with you, I've never heard anyone say we need a reward system. Like I never heard that before. And they brought it out, that lets me know they're starting to think a little bit more forward thinking, like Microsoft has been doing for their consumers, to give them something back for, their console that they spent money on, the fucking tier system they got to pay for, that kind of thing. I say they because I just got a PlayStation 5 today. So like I'm in that ecosystem too now. So like I want those perks as well that I'm getting on Xbox. I want those same perks on PlayStation. So if you're a gamer and you're not complaining and saying something to people about this, you're in the wrong. Like if you see something on one console, if I see something going on the PlayStation 5 on the PlayStation side, like, hey, where are our fucking first party games? I want to complain about that shit. We have no problem voicing our opinion as Xbox gamers about that shit. But like the Sony fans don't do that. Like and I've not seen it openly done on a regular basis. There's been a few little pockets of bullshit that's happened. They'll speak up, but like for the most part, they just, hey, we're happy, and they're not going to change. And I think this was a good ideal for them to kind of bring this out, because again, I've never heard anybody saying something about a reward system on the PlayStation side. I've never heard anyone complain about them not having one. So,
like I said, there was one, but I think they switched it over to their Sony kind of like debit card situation with PlayStation or something like that. They did some sort of change or like drew it back or something. I don't really know. Again, I was a part of the PlayStation 4, but not really that long. Before I was like, screw this, I'm selling my system because I'm not really using it. But there's a couple points like the whole dude. What do you think about the digital collectible thing? Like if they have in the dashboard, if they have kind of like a trophy room or something, like that would be cool to me. Like to get
yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be cool. Like I mean, and I wish Microsoft had that. I mean, like again, competition. Like I mean, I would actually wouldn't mind that. Like, if someone goes to your profile and they see like not just the trophies that you've collected through the games you played, but they also see the those small little trinkets and stuff like that. Like, oh, this motherfucker, he beat Sekiro, in 3 hours. Like he gets
without
something
dying.
Like that's never happened. Yeah, that's never happened. But like Ghost of Tsushima. Oh my god! Like this guy beat Ghost of Tsushima in 3 days, and he's got all the achievements, and like he's the first one to get it. And you see that ranking up there, like first person to do this. He's got like a little statue or something like that. That'd be fucking pretty cool. I mean, it just adds to the trophy system, right? Because you know how we are. You know how gamers are. We'd be like, oh, did you beat this game? Did you get all the achievements? And people do that shit. We know from experience, like, oh, this guy didn't finish this game, or it took him, and I see this on Twitter all the time. How come Xbox gamers only 5% of Xbox gamers complete this game, and it's supposed to be their like you see people doing that shit all stupid all the time. So like, yeah, so like what? I wouldn't mind being able to be like, look, bitch, I beat this shit last week, and you still playing it. What the fuck? Here's my trophy, and because some people are gonna try and pull receipts, and they go to your profile and see that shit, they can't say nothing at that point. If they see that you got those little trinkets and shit right there on your fucking profile, so like. I mean, it's just another level of competition. I mean, especially amongst gamers, it's just one of those Adam boys. Like I did this and you couldn't, and you haven't done it yet, or I can see people using it as a negative, and I can see people using it as a positive. So, but I like that. I like that ideal though. Like just adding those what Crispy said, NFTs to your character.
NFTs.
Yeah, so like that's. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I hope
like,
that's not the format,
right?
though.
But you earned it. You didn't buy it. You went out there. You played the game. You earned that. So like, I mean, I said it like I was country. Earned it. So like,
yeah, earned it.
Earned it with a T.
I'll get into that, but
But yeah, I'll let somebody else talk. I gotta hop off here. And, I'll see y'all motherfuckers next week, man.
All right, brother.
Later,
Have
brother.
fun. All right,
Later.
guys. Yeah, Pred had to dip
Exotic
out.
Butters.
Just remember, you can always check him
He's
out
pulling
on
his cock out.
OnlyFans. Check him out on OnlyFans as usual.
He's pulling his cock out.
Dude, you got yo.
This
Just to
is
let
a
you know,
certified cum zone.
Kate. Yo, Mega, you got me saying that other one like at work. Yeah.
Let me suck them titties,
Oh.
baby.
Is that the one, right?
got the R. Kelly flavor.
Let me suck them titties,
That's
baby. Let me suck them
Fred's.
titties,
That's Fred's sign off song tonight. Yeah, that's Fred's sign off.
That's the sign off song right there.
Yeah.
Later.
All right, so Crispy, you said you there was something you wanted to get in on with this. Now, again, I think there are some things in here that are really cool. The digital collectibles. I'm curious about the tournaments as well, because I know Xbox decided that they were going to do. I don't know if you guys remember this, and let me know. K Mega, I think you might, but they had a tournament initiative in the Xbox One era that just really didn't pan out. I don't know if they just didn't support it or whatnot, but they were like, yeah, there was an app with events, and they were going to do tournaments and stuff, and really like bring the community together. And it just really didn't pan out too well. But if Sony supports the whole tournament thing, and they do a lot of it, of course, I think their first party needs to come out with some multiplayer games first before they really get into the whole tournaments and stuff. But dude, what do you think about this reward system? And do you think that they are trying to compete with Microsoft rewards that is on Xbox?
But you do realize you can invite people to a group, and then you can start a tournament from that group within Xbox. That's been a thing forever, and it's still a thing. Basically, Sony's copying Microsoft. That's a good thing for PlayStation gamers. It really is.
Nice.
It is an absolute good thing, because, I mean, my God, like you could play, every time I boot up my Xbox, something pops up. Hey, this reward today if you play this certain game. Granted, I'm not like that. I'll go play Gears, MK, and then whatever the hell else I want to play after, Cyberpunk, Fallout, whatever it may be, if I'm by myself. But for those type of gamers that are looking for rewards, you literally boot up your Xbox and it pops up. Not only that, if you really want to really make money, and I'm sure some of these guys have nearly bought a Series X or something, you go and download Bing on any browser, you sign into your account, and those are Microsoft rewards. You search, 5 times every day?
Yeah.
You get like 1,000 points or something. It might
I'm
not be as much anymore, but it's somewhere around
surveys. There's surveys that you can do through Bing that give you Microsoft reward points. They're the searches, like you said, five per day. And what I did on my Galaxy is I don't use Google to search things. I downloaded the Bing app. I signed myself in. Now, whenever I search on the internet on my phone, I just go straight through Bing. Like I use Bing instead of Google because I'm earning points, to basically have money on my Xbox.
Exactly. So you have that. You have like completing games. I do believe like some achievements actually attribute to earning points. PlayStation is trying to copy that in their own way. Now, like the May of getting money or a gift card or something like that. That's where, like, basically, I think it's just going to be, you could buy one of their exclusives, and that's all.
Well, they
didn't clarify that.
They said May. And see, Crispy, this is people wonder why. I look at when Sony and PlayStation announce things, like when they announced the new PlayStation Plus. I had to point out to people that they never said anything about guaranteeing their first party in PlayStation Plus. Once it's in there, that it's going to be in there forever. All right, that's something that Xbox did with Game Pass. So when it comes down to it, I'm looking at what they're doing with PlayStation Plus, and I'm like, well, they're not guaranteeing that once their first party does go in there, that they're not going to rotate that shit out as well, like with the third party.
Or
If
they're
that's
going to
the
sell
case-
you a remaster or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
they say and do
it's-
things with very vague terminology. Like it may contribute to your PSN wallet, like, but it also may not. Then is what they're saying.
But that's just a PSN wallet. You can literally take those Microsoft points and buy whatever the hell you want. Really, you can go and buy an Amazon gift card. A lot of people don't realize that. Literally, that's the only way I've bought any skin or anything for like Gears or even like Fortnite or PUBG or something like that. I've literally used the money they've handed to me. Like, oh, every couple of months, all of a sudden, here's a $10 gift card. Well, okay, I could use that on a stupid skin or something that I kind of wanted, but I wasn't going to pay the money for. That's the point. Like they're copying Microsoft. I'm cool with it. I'm happy for PlayStation gamers. I just don't think they realize how pro-consumer it is to just sometimes just give your loyal fans some freaking money. And it might be, in this certain space. Like, yes, when we get those $10 gift cards, we can only spend it on Xbox, but they're just giving it to us. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're sitting there like chopping it. All of a sudden, like I see somebody post like, hey, I got a $10. All of a sudden, like, within 1 to 2 days, I have the same gift card. And I'm like, well, damn. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I want this, heroic Mira on Gears 5 that I can only purchase, even though she's unlocked. They do that with some of these games. You unlock her, and then that's the only way you can purchase. It's a little strange, but it's not. It gives you an incentive to spend that money as well because it's there, but you still can't use it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I go and say, okay, like you give me money, why not? So what they're doing is smart. The NFT thing, this is where I go and say, they said in a later post, not even that single person, somebody else said that, this is not an NFT, this, that, and the other thing. Well, it doesn't have to be an NFT. So what they do is they send a certain person with like a Kratos statue beat, God of War on expert level at a certain period of time. They don't say, okay, we generally wouldn't offer this, but we could sell this for you and we'll take 30%. Sony's like that. That's what concerns me. Okay. They'll just be like, you know what? We'll sell this, we'll allow you to sell this, but we're going to take 30%. And nobody's going to talk about it because PlayStation gamers don't complain half the time. Well, they complain about Xbox. They don't complain about PlayStation. PlayStation's perfect. I mean, come on. Xbox is not perfect.
Them, though. Like the whole thing would be to collect
and that's
them,
where it becomes an NFT.
Yeah, that's where it definitely would be because you're basically.
And they didn't say, they said figurines, collectibles, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like almost like the all the things we've had with figures that you'd put into like the certain console. What the hell is that damn shit called? Oh man, Skylanders.
Oh, Skylanders.
There we go.
Oh yeah, the little statues.
So it was an actual physical thing that would have an encoding, or a chip in it, and that would work for you, and you could play it on there.
Nintendo does that too. What are those things? Amiibos or something?
Amiibos,
yes. Yeah. Yes. So like they're doing it digitally, but I mean, if you wanted to sell it, I feel like if it was worth enough to them to take that 30%, they're going to just slightly email you, just be like, hey, like we're willing to do this. And nobody's going to say anything because I guess it's, at the end of the day, you're making money. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do like all you did was beat a game really fast. So why would you say anything? But that's where I concern myself with Sony. Like I can't trust them enough. And not only that, like the amount of times they've been hacked, I haven't had that problem with Microsoft. Like, yes, we've been down for days, not a month.
We had Lizard Squad.
I'm sorry.
Back in
Okay,
Xbox One.
not in a month. I have been down for. I haven't been able to play Xbox for days, and that was one time. But my buddy was losing his mind because he all he had was a PlayStation and he couldn't play online. He was losing his mind, and as it becomes more prevalent that more and more people are playing online, that's where the problem lies. And that's where I think like the DRM stuff, all that stuff is relevant, because if you have a console and if it's not connected to online, why the hell is it a brick? Even though I paid $500 for it. And that's where I think, both companies at this point, including Nintendo as well, they need to figure it out. Like certain games, you say, hey, can be played without online services. Something like that. You gotta identify these things. So what they're doing is correct. It's the right thing to do. It's way too convenient right now because they're riding high and they're giving you something else, but what is going to entail after? Because I've seen good things come from them, and then all of a sudden the lies entail. And that's where I go and say, what are you doing? Why did you backtrack? Like, I could pull up stuff, but I'm just like, you know what? It's not my console. I'm an Xbox player. I call out Xbox. That's what I do. Like when I need to talk trash about something and they're not doing it right, it's going to be Xbox. PlayStation, I just want them to do better. I want them to come out with multiplayer games. I've said it a million times, it feels like. And they, everybody says, oh, you have this multiplayer. Oh, this old game. I'm just like looking at you. I'm like, dude, like literally you have Gears 5, Halo Infinite, Forza. Yes, they are the same games, but I don't see God of War and Spider-Man and Last of Us with any multiplayer. So explain that to me, because Forza, Gears, Halo are exclusive. God of War, Spider-Man, Last of Us are exclusive. How about Uncharted? Uncharted's what everybody brings up. And I say, how long does that ago? Okay? And you're an exclusive. Like, I get it. You want to say Forza, Gears, Halo, but who else is doing that? Who else is giving you a quality campaign and a quality multiplayer? I don't see it on PlayStation. I'm sorry.
Hold on, real quick. Face.28, Xbox is not the only console with DRM, and you can play Xbox games offline. If you follow that story...
I know that.
If you follow that story when it was going on, the issue was the people didn't make the console that they were playing on when they did have online. They did not make that console their home console. That's the problem with it. That was the problem. You can play Xbox games offline on the Xbox One, on the Series X, on the Series S. You can do that, sir. All right? So don't spread false information, man. You just got to make sure that the console that you're playing on is registered as your
also this man, you are talking about Sony, right? Because that DRM issue is with Gran Turismo 7, my friend. Just telling you.
There's DRM. There's DRM in all platforms
all consoles, now. Not the other. Like he was probably thinking Nintendo. Nah, bro. Like, dude, like major issues with that. Would they shut it down for a good 48 hours? Okay, they shut the whole damn thing down. And nobody could play nothing. I saw people complaining all day. Like, come on. That issue is what it is. Like the home console thing, that's where I go and say, if you don't know, you don't know. And you know what? It's kind of Xbox's fault. Because you have users out there that don't know. So you need to tell them. You know what I'm saying? And they really didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I go and say both companies. And that's why I love the fact that they're doing this, because it really is an important thing to, appreciate your consumers. And this is one way to do it. Now, calling it PlayStation Stars, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I mean, what are we like? Dancing with the Stars, or
Come
what are we
on.
doing?
It's just a name.
You know what I'm
It's just a
saying?
name.
But it's just, I don't know. It's corny, man. It's corny.
It is not. It is not crispy approved. By the way, the name is not crispy approved. Oh, see what were oh, crispy. This is what I was going to say. You notice how they acquired Bungie, right? Bungie, and it's not PlayStation. Sony acquired them because they're not even under PlayStation. They're under Sony Interactive Entertainment, and of course, PlayStation is under that division. But Bungie is separate from PlayStation. Here's some interesting stuff when they talk about like being the first person to platinum a game and possibly getting a reward for that or something. I think a lot of this could be early Bungie influence because they are tasking Bungie with helping them in terms of their games as a service and kind of like keeping people interacting on the platform, all that good stuff. Now, what Bungie does when a raid comes out in Destiny 2, they do a 24-hour first ever kind of like event. And what they do is basically people, they get their squads up to go into these raids. The first squad to beat it gets a special emblem. Everybody in that squad gets a special emblem that nobody else would be able to get because they were the first people to complete that raid. And I'm in the Destiny community, right? That is a big thing with this game. When a new raid comes out, people they set their characters up, they grind for power and all that stuff just to get ready, just so they can be the first ever to complete the new raid. I feel like this is a lot of Bungie influence here, helping out with their rewards program. Man, does that sound? Do you see the similarities with that?
I do. I'll be the first one to say, having that Gears 3 beta tester emblem, because they did that. They had the medal, and it would always show up. That was important to me because, it was one of my favorite games. Destiny's one of your favorite games. It makes total sense. PlayStation, they have, a plethora of great games. Are they for a single audience right now? Sure, but that doesn't mean that they can't move into the realm I'm talking about. The only problem I always see with them is they always go, single player, multiplayer. They don't have that in between still. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they really don't. Like, you look at Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is a single player game, a co-op game, and a multiplayer, like full-on multiplayer game.
Yeah, competitive.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that Microsoft and it's starting to become more relevant. And I think that's why they're they're making a turn. They're saying, you know what? This is relevant. And I think we're going to see some really quality games, including some of their big IPs, having some multiplayer involved at some point. But they used to do it. I mean, it's not like they never did it before. I mean, SOCOM was one of the greatest single player and multiplayer games I've ever played. You know what I'm saying? Even Killzone 1 or 2 were pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? And they were first person, Killzone was. Like, they have, they have the talent, they have the ability to do these things. I think they're worried about the outcome because you could fail. I mean, look at Lawbreakers. You had Cliff Bleszinski behind it. That thing failed hard. But he also alienated the Xbox community, even though we all loved him until he said it. To be honest, any Gears fan was like, oh, Lawbreaker, that looks cool, and then he just was like, no, we're not releasing on Xbox. Screw Xbox. That's basically what he said. I mean, you can go back and look at the quote, but that's
Loose
he just said, he's just like, I'm done with this, and it's like, I get you have hate. Like, I see basketball players, football players get hate all the time. You got people that say you should leave this team or whatever because you suck or whatever. And then other people are like, man, you're the greatest player I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So we look at that and you say, okay, like you can go that to PlayStation and Xbox, and you can say, well, they're the greatest single player gaming experience we've ever seen. But also, where's the multiplayer? Now, hypothetically, because third parties there and a lot of them push multiplayer now, especially free to play.
Well, they buy.
You could have that argument.
They buy third-party exclusivity is what they do now. You know what I'm saying? But that's not making original multiplayer. And yo, Fahim, dude, they're already switching more of a focus to multiplayer. They said they're gonna have something like
games as a service is multiplayer, my friend. And what did they say? How many?
What like 10 games
10,
by
believe.
2026? 10 games as a service by 2026, Fahim. That's what PlayStation has promised you guys. All right. So you might think that they're all well and good in saying exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it, but they don't even think they're all well and good in staying with what they're doing and how they're doing it, because they want that extra money. They want those season passes.
Right.
They want those microtransactions for cosmetics. That's what a company does. Definition of a corporation, like its sole purpose is to make the most money possible. That's it. That's it.
You have to adapt. And this corporation is adapting. Are they adapting slowly? Sure, compared to Microsoft. Microsoft was too far ahead. You could be too far ahead. You could be too far behind. Yes. PlayStation's not too far behind, but it depends how quickly they move on this, because I look at, my girlfriend's son, and all he plays is multiplayer. He plays, like, the only single player game I've watched him play was Subnautica. Okay? And like Ark, like, the new Ark coming out and everything else, he is super hyped for that.
My son is excited for that too.
Dude, he is super stoked for that. And he plays a lot of VR now, stuff like that, but it's all multiplayer. He's always talking. He's always screaming at the top of his lungs. Like if he's on the VR, he's like, it sounds like the roof's coming down, because he's like boom, 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 boom. And he's a big kid. He's almost tall as me already. And he's freaking 15 years old. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, he's huge. So he enjoys multiplayer. And I look at a lot of other, and every time I play a multiplayer with a younger kid, like especially like we had his birthday party, and we had a bunch of fighting games, and I literally was just picking them up and I was destroying them all, but they were all still intrigued. They were all sitting there, keep playing me. They didn't quit or nothing like that. And I'm like,
want to beat your ass.
And they didn't, but like I was the only undefeated one of the whole, like, because we had his mother and her friend and me, and we were all over 30, and they were all like freaking under 16, and it's like you guys got your ass handed to you by a bunch of old people. You know what I mean? So it was, and that's what I'm saying. But they didn't waver. Like they were mad, angry, just like any of us would be if you're getting your ass handed to you. But they were also like just kept going and going. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. They love multiplayer, and PlayStation's not helping themselves when not putting out their major IPs with some kind of multiplayer.
Well, again,
you know what I'm saying?
Again, like I said, and we've waited patiently for Xbox Studios, to get under development, their new studios, and to start getting games out. Now, unfortunately, they were, the games that they had slated for this year, unfortunately, were delayed. All right, but if we gave them that patience, and Sony just announced within last year that they have these games as a service games coming to the platform by 2026, I'm willing to wait and see what their offering is, and I'm willing to tell people, if you've been waiting for that first party multiplayer, it is on the way when it comes to PlayStation.
Hopefully it's Factions, because they only announced it a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Oh shit, he brought that up. Damn, bro, damn, y'all, I gotta go to K Mega, bro. He brought up Factions. We'll 3 years it'll come out. 3 years. Yo, Mega, we're talking about PlayStation stars here, and again, I think that there are some really cool things here if they implement them and they support them throughout. Like I do like the idea of tournaments and winning prizes, on your platform in tournaments. I do, the digital collectible thing that really intrigues me as well. What do you think about the service that they're offering here? And do you think this is to compete with Microsoft
Oh,
rewards on
without a
Xbox as
doubt.
well?
Without a doubt. They want gamers to stay on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want how like you hear from other people from within the industry, like what Corey Balrog was saying about like he can't wait to play Starfield. You got people from Xbox that say we can't wait to play God of War. PlayStation don't give a damn about all that. They want you to stay on their platform. Xbox generally want to do the same. They want to give people incentives for them to stay on that platform so they don't go anywhere else. They may want to dabble because there might be a game or two that might be attractive, but for the most part, this is everything that they've been doing, from adding the backwards compatibility through their service now doing rewards, also changing their
Reworking a
whole
PlayStation
direction.
Plus.
Yeah, reworking, making it a service now. That they see that those things are definitely going at a high level for Xbox. So much so that in Japan, Xbox has been winning MPD, something that we've never seen before
That's
in Xbox
crazy.
history. We've never we have seen it before during the 360 era. Xbox has been outpacing the PlayStation in the US, where PlayStation dominated in the US last generation. It is, that's one of the reasons why Sony moved to United States so they could go ahead and try to put the throat the foot on the throat
Uh-huh.
to finish the box off. Because if you take their homeland, then where else is except Brazil, like South America, Brazil, Mexico, all those in that region. And
Brazil
even in
is
Canada,
Xbox Extreme, bro.
yeah. All of it
Extreme.
seemed like all that area out there is all Xbox and Canada as well. So now just think about this. Xbox will have all of that territory from Canada all the way down to going to Brazil. You talk about Colombia, you talk about Mexico. I mean, Xbox is deep in that region. So, and then Xbox has finally tapped into in fact tapped into Japan and got something that's that's put PlayStation in a position where they're
Okay, Mega Fahim
third
said
place.
the stuff that you're
Crazy.
saying is not gonna last long, bro.
Okay, well, I mean, all you got to do is just look. Even the Xbox One dominated over there. Like PlayStations in like Brazil are like $800-900, while it's like it's kind of like with in Canada where everything is really expensive, and so compared to I guess to whatever dollar that they use out there, that like it's cheap. Xbox is cheaper, and so therefore people are going to go to where it's cheaper. So anyway, regardless of all that, like I mean, of course you're going to try to find things, and even my boy iRock that works for IGN in Africa, he talks about how there's certain benefits from Xbox over there compared to what PlayStation does out there, because PlayStation doesn't have the same type of resources that Microsoft does out there in his region of Africa. So I mean, so it's like all those things benefit. And so like even though PlayStation has more areas across the world that they got their consoles reach, when you start seeing that these you start seeing that Xbox is starting to reach further out with having xCloud, with having this Game Pass and things like that, it's definitely made an impression, and PlayStation has no choice but to follow suit. This is what we've been talking about forever, like with the achievements. Then it turned into trophies. Then you talk to free, I'm saying, Xbox Live. Then you got play PSN, and then you got. I mean, it's not only been just like something that's been recent. This has been happening ever since shit, ever since Xbox's first implemented, first came into its being.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? PlayStation has followed suit and seen that these things work. And so they've just putting their stamp on it. Hell, what Xbox has been doing so well and what they've been doing, even Nintendo has, and Nintendo is usually the first to innovate and make something that where everybody kind of follows that trait in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But Xbox is now becoming that innovator to where in what they're doing when it comes to business, that even Nintendo has even got, they got a coin system. And see, and that's when you're talking about the point system and things like that within these companies, I do not see that the point system for PlayStation will be as lucrative as it is for Xbox, because Nintendo has something somewhat like that, and the point system is absolutely horrid. I bought about 4 games, and I still only had enough coins to buy DLC for 1 or 2 games. It wasn't enough. I don't think Sony is going to be as
Yeah, we don't
open.
know. We don't know the parameters.
Like I just don't.
We don't know the amount.
I don't see that. I think that there'll be other benefits for certain type of rewards, because this is in a sense more robust with certain things that we would probably want to see Xbox give, because like you said earlier, Xbox doesn't really promote the reward system.
No.
It's just kind of like people just talk about it enough to where some people go look at it. Now, Sony people will definitely be capping for this and talking about it, which rightfully so. It's something that's positive for PlayStation.
Yeah.
So so to me, it's like, I don't see them being as lucrative to give you something, because I got reward points because they already have a rewards program. I'm signed up for PlayStation's rewards, and for the games that I bought, I still didn't have enough points to go buy.
Dude,
their
original reward system. I was right on that, man. It takes forever for you to be able to get anything.
Forever to buy. Yes, and I mean, I got like over 100 and some games, like 110, 112 games on PlayStation that I bought on the PlayStation 4. So, and like I couldn't still, I don't even have enough to buy a game. So they're probably going to restructure it to where they'll give you more bang for your buck, which is positive. But I just don't see it being as lucrative as it is for Xbox rewards. This is more of a thing to me. Is also telling me that that hold on, let me look at this. Let me read this, because I just seen something. Here we go. Sony outsells Xbox by 30K at least 2 weeks every month. It's impossible for Xbox to win a month of Japan. Sony just recently sold bro, I mean, you better look at the reports out there. I mean, it's not just coming from like VG charts and somebody saying something. These are coming from reputable people that comes out and say these things, that says what's happened. I mean, listen, I don't know where you're getting your numbers from, but obviously those numbers it doesn't make any sense, Andrew. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, if they sell 30K more, then PlayStation would be winning. Would be charting over Xbox every month, and that hasn't been the case. You know what I'm saying? And so again, and then another problem that I think PlayStation also has to go look at too is that Nintendo has been kicking their ass thoroughly in Japan. Like, I mean, it's not even close when you look. I mean, PlayStation drops a hot game, they get a kick up. Nintendo don't have to drop too much of nothing, and they still just dominate.
K-Mega,
so,
not to veer.
So you gotta think about that. And then they coming out. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, not to veer off real quick, but this is funny to me, because these extremists are out there and they're claiming PlayStation this, PlayStation that. It's all about the bangers, this and that, or whatever. And like, you would think that they were, because they deal with console sales, like that's their number one thing, how many consoles are out there. But when it comes down to it, like you just said, it's not just in Japan where Nintendo is outselling PlayStation handily, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere, because like Nintendo's on top every month when it comes to how many units have been sold
every month.
All right, but so these guys are championing like they're in first place, but in all actuality, they're holding the silver medal in this situation.
Well, silver in certain places and bronze in others, because it's not because I mean, in the United States, they have I don't know if they've won anything with coming out this in the last year and a half, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, things is just different. I mean, it's just different. And I understand, yes, India, I don't even know if I know I know Xbox are in India, but I don't know what their production like. It could be the same thing that's like out in Brazil and stuff like that, where the price is like ridiculous for an
Here, watch out.
Xbox
They're
compared
going
to
to
it
start
is for a
talking about
PlayStation.
Tibet in terms of how many
Oh,
consoles are sold
bro,
in
yeah, they're
Tibet.
gonna, yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
Go
Like
Paraguay.
it's nutty. Like, I mean, okay, fine. But like, listen, I understand that the stands do not like to hear anything about Xbox being better in any way, shape, or form.
It
But when
can't
they
happen.
constantly,
It just can't
but, you know what I'm
happen, bro.
saying? Well, yeah, they say these things, but then every time the PlayStation gets a feature that was presented to Xbox gamers years or generations beforehand, and you talk about it in a way of like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is why PlayStation is kicking ass. No, it's because PlayStation knows that the competition is doing better shit for their customers. So
Yeah.
so again,
And they're
as a
gaining
gamer,
mind
you should
share.
look-
That's the
I
big thing.
I
and
believe
that's go ahead.
I believe that it's been 10 years since I started earning Microsoft reward points. It's been about 10 years.
I believe so. I don't know.
Something
I
like that. It's
started
been
it.
forever.
And once they released
I
Bing,
started for a
they
little
started
bit.
doing that, and then they added it to Xbox about
Mhm.
7 years later. But those reward points rolled over into your whatever you want to do with Xbox as well.
Yeah.
And then they added it to Game Pass like 2 years ago. So like what they're doing is not nothing new. It's just if it's new to you, okay, cool. I mean, enjoy it, but I don't know, man. Like it's
Yeah.
not special.
Well, yeah, well, and regardless of that, like I mean, I'll see Andrew going off about these numbers, but it isn't. But regardless of whatever that's
He's
going
upset,
on,
bro.
no, this is what the reality is. When people start saying, okay, they're adding all these features, and then the way that the internet works and how it operates, I understand that there's cult-like places where they kind of shelter off and just get in their own ecosystem and think that what they say is all factual. But there's other people out there that looks at other reports and looks and reads and other information, and then when they start seeing, you know what, Xbox already had this, maybe I need to go check and see what's going on Xbox. And that's part of that mind share, because even if somebody is a primary PlayStation owner and they buy an Xbox, and let's say that, and I see it, I had a couple of PlayStation dudes hit me up just within the last week and a half that they just now got an Xbox, or they've had a Series S or an X or whatever, and they haven't played it, or they've seen a certain game that I was playing, like especially with Naraka, you know what I'm saying, where they saw me posting the gameplay, and they said, "Oh, where's that?" I said, "It's either on." I said, you can either play it on PC or you can play it on Xbox. So there's been people that's been playing on that, and they coming out and like, "Yo, you know what? Xbox really ain't that bad." You know what I'm saying? I still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a PlayStation guy, and I'm like, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, the thing of it is that once people start seeing that the benefits of what Xbox is doing, there's some people that's going, and then there's also the people that left Xbox during the Xbox One and went to PlayStation 4. Those people are starting to come back as well. So
Yeah.
so again, you got to look at this whole situation, right? Like, it's at the end of the day, I don't really care. Which I'm over here now talking like crispy.
Yeah. Yo,
I don't.
you
I just did it. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care who's number one, number two, number three. What I care about is what the console that I prefer is offering me. But when you see that, let's say that, as people keep trying to allude to me, that the market leader is PlayStation. The market leader has been taking things from PlayStation, from Nintendo and from Xbox, mostly from Xbox, which is supposed to be the third place console. That
But
doesn't.
PlayStation isn't the market leader, though.
Well, but that's what I'm trying. But that's what they will tell you to try to make you feel like, well, anything that you say in a sense of talking positive about Xbox, well, why would you talk about that? Well, hell, the company that you cap for the most is taking taking strategies from the so-called third place.
Dude, I said that to J. I said that to J Dub in a DM. I was like, dude, how come they keep following what third place is doing, Jay? I don't know.
You don't listen. That's if somebody is, if somebody's behind me and I see them swerving a certain way and they can't get around me, why the hell would I change my strategy to theirs so they can pass me? They can have the opportunity to pass me. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't make any sense logically. So again, what people are saying, look, and this goes to another thing too. I think that the first tier version for the PlayStation Plus, I think it might be doing pretty well. The other two, I don't think so much. And I think this is another strategy of trying to keep people to try to make another incentive to try to get people to go further in on this. Because when you look at that third tier from PSN Plus, it's really doesn't make any sense, especially when you've made a stance almost to have the people say that not only for demo but for the older content, like older games don't matter. You have had people that come and tell other gamers that older games don't matter. It's all about what's new and what's a big huge IP. Like that's what that's how the PlayStation community that the stands, I should say, has made this out to be. So when you look at the top tier, and for the people who listen to these content creators that's only just said the same type of narrative for so long, then they're going to be looking like, well, shit, I don't need that tier. That's just old games anyway. I don't need that second tier. That ain't.
Yet they're playing old games.
Yeah, they're playing old games. But see, then that's the thing that like when I was seeing people talk about the game list that they had for which was Stray, and then it was the Final Fantasy expansion, which
Integrate,
is really, Integrate, which is really cool. But then you also had Avengers on there. You had Assassin's Creed, you had
Black Flag
Odyssey?
and
No, it wasn't Odyssey. No, it wasn't Odyssey.
It was Black Flag. I know that.
Black Flag could have been the other one. Was the other one too that I played? That was all Affinity. I think it was that one, or whatever the hell that was called. The one that was really buggy and messed up back in the days.
Oh, Unity.
And then Unity. That's it.
Yes.
Unity, and then there was whatever the other one. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, Stray. That's a brand new game. And then of course that other game is it's a year old because that DLC came out last year, which it is what it is. But all the rest of that stuff is old. Avengers, all that shit's a couple of years old. So why are people over here bragging about these? You talk about best value.
They want to play that Stray, brother. They want to play that Stray.
You can't have it. You can't have it both ways.
Cat Simulator.
You cannot have it both ways. But again, I think that was a good list. I would enjoy that list. But see, that's just what's going on. Like, and it makes these people that's been saying these things make them sound absolutely ridiculous. Because everything that they've talked about that was a problem. Well, services are trash.
No, now they're good. Now they're good.
Services. Now they're good. I still see Thrash out there still trying to hold service, talking about services as trash.
Yo, Thrash got hammered by Fratanga. Fratanga's video dropped today, about Thrash and what he was saying about PC as a platform. He said it's not a platform, it's a hub. Okay, PC is not a platform, it's a hub.
Wow. Well, regardless, all I know is this: is that it's at the end. I was going to say it again. My last point is, it's good that PlayStation is doing this for their customers. That's nothing to be taken away from it. I mean, as me as a PlayStation owner, I appreciate the PlayStation's making the effort. But this makes those 2 points for me just kind of blare out that maybe the top two tiers aren't doing as well, and that it still isn't stopping Xbox and Nintendo still kicking ass this generation so far. So, and maybe God of War is going to definitely give a boost. I don't think The Last of Us is going to give that boost, what some people think. I think that God of War definitely will give that boost. But I just, what I'm saying, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm still going to hold what I said about the Black Friday thing, bringing the game out. It's still going to sell, but I think it would have sold God of War would sell a hell of a lot better if they sold it in the beginning of the year. But I mean, that's something when they sell 3 million straight, then people are going to still say, well, Mega, and I said 3 million would be about that number. But I think that they would have probably sold about a good 5 if they did it at the beginning of the year. So I don't know, but we'll see. But I just think that it's cool, it's great, but nah, man. I mean, Xbox gamers has been celebrating that for years, man, and I don't see it being as lucrative for PlayStation when it comes to the point aspects. The tournaments and things like that. That's really cool, and I think that that's something that kind of somewhat separates it from what the rewards of Xbox, what they do.
Yeah, and then the digital collectibles as well. I think that's something that Xbox Rewards, Microsoft Rewards doesn't do either, which I feel it's interesting if it's done right. If you get like a 3D trophy room, if there's like an app or something you download, and every one of those digital collectibles, you can like place it and decorate the room and stuff like that, and show off like these digital collectibles that way. I think that would be really, really awesome. But if they're just on a flat screen and just kind of like, just put out there like picture wise or whatnot, I don't.
They could be custom wallpapers and things like that. That could be part of what they offer, things like that. But I don't know if they try to go the amiibo type of thing. That would be very interesting. I mean, because that would be something I don't care about the amiibo thing, but I think that would be really cool for PlayStation fans out there if they would decide to want to try to go that route too, which they would be taking that from Nintendo. But I mean, at this point, PlayStation has no shame. They don't care. They're just trying to keep the boat selling, man. So, and then you're right. I was wrong about God of War getting delayed. So,
I was just about to address him too. I was about to address him too. Like Andrew,
we already admitted that.
You talk about Xbox fans being wrong all the time. How many PlayStation fans were wrong when they saw the teaser of God of War Ragnarok that said 2021? How many PlayStation fans were wrong when the last Uncharted got delayed 4 times? All right,
well, then just
stuff
recently,
like that.
How many times did there was supposed to be a God of War state of play in June? Like, how many times did we hear that? You know what I'm saying? There was like 4 of them. Like, they were supposed to have 4 God of War events in June, and Fahim, you was one of them that was bragging about it as well. Like, I mean, so what? I'm human. I could be wrong, but shit, I'm more right than I am wrong. So mark my words on that. You know that.
It's called taking the L, Mega. Right? Come on.
No,
you gotta take the L.
Nobody's
we gotta take it. I ain't perfect. I can't be perfect, man. But I do bet. I don't bet 1,000, but I bet 800. I tell you that.
Yeah, I bet 0.800, bro.
He's still hitting all the homers.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, like I'm happy for PlayStation gamers. I'm happy for gamers who who have a PlayStation, who interact, who play on that system, because this does sound cool. I think K Mega's kind of like concerns are justified. We don't know like what you'll exactly be getting for what you are doing, and if it's really gonna pan out to you getting rewards and stuff like that, like in a timely fashion.
Do you think that you're getting I mean, for instance, when I say that, like, earning enough points to where you're buying the next PlayStation game, like people buying Forspoken for $70 with it, through the rewards. I just don't see PlayStation letting
that just hurts. Just you saying Forspoken for $70. I don't.
Well, I'm just saying, but I mean, like, I just don't see PlayStation being that lenient with those reward points like that.
I think they'll definitely go all in on the digital collectible thing, because that's not being redeemed for anything where it's kind of like taking money away from them. And like Crispy said, which I really had to jump in and kind of flesh out a little bit as well with him, because I wanted to talk about it. But the whole may include PSN wallet. Again, Microsoft Rewards deals with, like, you can literally just exchange it over for money and buy anything that you want.
Buy anything. Take it to Walmart. Take it to Burger King, Domino's, Starbucks. But you can. Like, I mean, and I was doing it. Yeah. So I mean, shit. Like, I'm like, oh shit, I got enough points to go ahead and get, give me a $10 gift card
Sony-
for
Get me a coffee this morning. Fuck it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sony is
Shit.
they're very vague with some of the important details on these things, and even down to like when they came out with the new PS Plus. Again, I'm gonna reiterate this to people. They never said that when their first party goes into PS Plus, it's never gonna come out again. All right. So, dude, I would, if I was a betting man and I had to put my money somewhere, I would put my money on they're going to rotate even their first party in and out of PlayStation Plus as well, which to me, it doesn't equal out to a comparable value to what Xbox is doing. You do Xbox first party day and date, and the fact that unless it's a racing game with some type of weird licensing issue, which racing games have, those games are going to stay in that service forever. Psychonauts 2 is always going to be there. When Deathloop comes to Xbox, that will forever be in Game Pass. Of course, the Halo, Gears, Forzas, Hellblade, Avowed, like all those games going into Game Pass and never coming out afterwards. That right there, I think that's the main hook.
Yeah,
to
no,
Game Pass.
that's the day and date is very important. I know that there's PlayStation fans out there that are gamers that try to make this point that, well, if I'm getting these quality games here, then it doesn't matter about day and date for the bigger titles. It is very important. And then I don't know if you read this news, but that dropped today before I went to go see Love and Thunder, was that Netflix will use Microsoft as an ad. So basically, Xbox is going to get more publicity on the biggest streaming platform out there. So I mean, just think about that. Like that's huge. Like they're going to be a partner. Like you just think about somebody's over here watching whatever they're watching on Netflix, and then you get an Xbox ad, like and then pretty much that will be promotion for Game Pass, because that's the one thing that they promote the most. That's smart as hell. That is.
I'm intrigued because I think there's got to be some kind of give and take, because regardless of Netflix's actual hard money that they have, they are like $1 billion company, and you have to look at that and say they're worth more than Sony. A lot of people don't realize that. You look at that and you say, okay, they just came out with Stranger Things. I mean, huge. It's fire. I mean, Stranger Things fire.
Is absolutely huge.
And that's where I go and say, like, I look at that and I say, is there a give and take? Will Microsoft say, you know what? Can you guys take some of our IPs and make something of it?
Or,
you know what I'm saying?
Or I wasn't really gonna talk about this because it's a marketing deal, and I understand like the business side of it. But the way that this would excite me is within this partnership between Netflix and Xbox. You look at titles that Netflix has, in terms of movies or shows. You look at like Stranger Things and stuff. Now, if there was something in there where Xbox has first dibs on making the franchises to these shows, that would be something to me, because I know they already came out with Stranger Things games, but they were they're like smaller games.
Well,
really like,
but think of it this way: Stranger Things 5, that's it. They're done. Okay, right. They need to find something. They lost Marvel because Disney took it back. Okay? Right. They don't have IP right now. Like Umbrella Academy, as good as I liked it at the first 3 seasons, it lost me in the last 2. It really lost me. It was too much. They don't have like Orange is the New Black. Like, everybody remember all these shows that they came out with, like, Ozark. Like, if you're into those shows, you love them. They don't have IP anymore, and they're kind of reeling. So why not? Okay, Halo, I get it. It's on Paramount. I understand that. Paramount's not going to let it go anytime soon. But Microsoft this was their experiment, and it's super successful for Paramount. Super successful. So you have a partnership with Netflix. who does like, you know, if you watch Stranger Things at any point in time, there are parts where you're like, damn, this dude just got his head ripped off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so you take, like, instead of doing a Gears movie, you do a Gears TV show.
Right.
Or it doesn't
You know what I'm
even
saying?
have,
And you can call it
crispy,
something different.
crispy. It doesn't like, I know we're hanging on the Halo, Gears, Forza, and stuff like that, but with the studios that they have now, it's okay for them to go ahead and do the Gears movie, and then over on Netflix have the Hellblade series. You see
That
what I'm
too.
saying?
That's no,
Valve-
you're exactly right
animation.
about that.
Or
You see-
animation. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, yeah, that's where PlayStation, and see, that's another thing right there where I think where Xbox will be following what PlayStation's been doing, which I think has been a really smart
because they got the
strategy by
movie,
Sony,
yeah, bro.
because they have the movie,
Dude,
and
Cobra
they have-
Kai
and they
is
got-
fucking
and-
PlayStation. It's Sony.
and they got Crunchyroll, and they have all those animes. So just think if, like, you did Hellblade as you could do it live action, or you could do it anime, or you could go even further, and that you make other things like Perfect Dark into an anime, or that into a show, or whatever. And all these things right there could be like what Crispy was saying, which I agree with 100%, is that gives them new lifeblood on new content, and that could also bring those old IPs some life. Like, just think about this for a second. Let's say that, okay, so Ark is and I know this is hypothetical. This is not just me just throwing some shit out there in the wind. But okay, Ark is looking like to be exclusive for right now. I don't know if it's timed or if it's just absolutely Ark 2 is supposed to be it's exclusive for what we know right now. Okay, and they work with Vin Diesel. But what if they said they wanted to decide to let's do another Riddick, and let's just go ahead and start another Riddick TV show and see if Vin Diesel is down. Because Fast and Furious is gonna be up with this last movie. The Furious 10 that's it. There's no more Fast and Furious after that. So why not bring back Riddick in some kind of capacity? And TV shows.
I fucking love those movies, the games as well.
I love Riddick. It's one of my favorites.
Man, the second Riddick movie was so fucking goddamn amazing. Oh my god,
dude, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people thought
Chronicles of Riddick.
the Chronicles of Riddick, not Pitch Black. Pitch Black is the OG. A lot of people don't even know Pitch Black is the OG.
You kill, brother. You keep what you kill.
But yes, dude, the second one was so good.
It's one of my favorite movies all time, bro.
So if you build in off of that universe and bring that game back, like, I would think Vin Diesel would be down for that. Like, I mean, the opportunities is endless. I think when seeing how successful, you bring the flagship of Halo and see if that works. And they went so left with Halo, which I loved it because it was so different, that it blew up on Paramount. So why not open up the rest of those IPs and then give those people content? We see how huge The Witcher was. I mean, think of a Fable TV show or anime. I mean, like, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, definitely. But for right now, what they're saying is it is a marketing deal. But like, things got to start somewhere. We're not saying that, guys. We're not saying that stuff like this is going to happen. Tomorrow you're going to get an announcement or anything. We're just kind of speculating. We're speculating on.
Elusive said there's a new Riddick in production, which I'm happy to hear that.
Nice. And I think the director, if I remember correctly, I think the director of Chronicles of Riddick is doing this new one.
Bring that shit back.
And he was awesome. He was all about making universes like, Halo, like
dude,
Star
the
Wars.
CGI was so. Go watch that.
Furia.
Furia. That's his home world.
That's
Furia.
Go watch a Chronicles of Riddick. Okay. Go watch that,
I have
and tell me the CGI isn't so damn good for the time.
Oh,
it was so good.
Oh my god.
Oh damn, we are graced. Are we graced, Sir X-Man?
Huh? Oh, Sir X-Man, what are you doing in here, bro?
He's way late.
couldn't help himself. Now he's trying to figure out what the fuck he's doing.
He's like, man, he got that itch, Mega. You know that itch, like when you start on shows and then you're off it for like a week or two, and you're like, man, I gotta get back on.
I heard you,
Sir X-Man. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
That's Sir
Hold on,
X-Man talking right there.
Maybe this will get him here.
I sound like a 14-year-old, but my boobs are huge.
Oh no, he backed out. He backed out, bro. Yo, shout out to Sir X-Man. Yo, Sir X-Man, if you're listening right now, dude, rest up. You got your procedure Monday. Trust me, we are not going anywhere, bro.
You are here for the long haul.
You just gotta let me know how you're doing, man. I will check in on
Joe.
what? I will check in on you. I have no idea.
Oh,
Sir X-Man's back in here again. Sir X-Man, can you hear me? Sir X-Man?
Like an exotic cricket, your little ugly ass, boy. Tap dancing frog looking ass, boy.
No, he ain't gonna talk either because he's laughing.
I give up.
Oh, there he is.
Go here.
Oh, I hear
There
him.
you go.
It ain't working.
Oh, yeah, we hear you. We hear
Brother,
you.
I hear you.
Woo.
What is up,
We
Sir
hear you.
X-Man? What are you doing, bro? Oh, maybe he can't hear us. No. Yo, while we're trying to figure this out, yo, shout out to Soren X. I hope I said that right. Yeah, the X is capital on the end, so I'm thinking Soren X, man. Let me know in the chat if it's wrong. But he had up the super chat. He said, "Great show, dudes, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. I definitely appreciate it. Yo, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight, man. The chat has been wild. It is always good to see Jamie in here. Of course, our brother Fahim, Andrew.
Here y'all.
Energetic. Sir X-Man, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm just trying not to echo through your show because it's coming through my my phone.
I got you. No, I hear you fine, man. It's just you sound like a mix between Sir X-Man and Wilmy Hood right now. How are you feeling, bro?
That's not cool, bro.
That's not good. Well,
That's not cool.
You can take it out on me when we play golf next, man. How are you doing, brother?
I'm getting better. Just waiting for the next step of this stuff to go through. That's all, man.
I got you, bro.
Just wanted to say hi to my friends. That's all.
Yeah,
love you, man.
Oh, wait a minute.
Fucking love you, dude.
I ain't got no friends. I forgot.
No, you got family. You don't have friends. You have family.
Oh shit.
I just wanted to say I miss you guys, man. That's all.
We miss you too, bro. We miss you too, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I found 2 podcast homes, and now it gets stopped.
It's not
But
it's not
that's
stopped.
life.
It's not stopped. It's just delayed, brother. It's just delayed.
Well, you haven't made me an official member yet either. Ain't that right, Crispy?
Yeah. You never know. I might never say so either.
With that with that voice, I think you're fired. But anyway.
You're raspier than me tonight, baby.
Oh,
No,
yeah. They're working on my voice. They're giving me voice therapy too.
Yeah, no, good brother, man. We just happy.
He's
that
gonna come out
everything's all
sounding
right.
like Barry White at
Dude,
the
you're
end of
here,
August.
bro. You're
Told
here,
your
bro.
ass now you're gonna have to. You're gonna be forced to take some time off and relax. Told you, man. Slow it down, boy.
I'm about to have some game time, bro. I ain't gonna know how that feels.
Shit,
I'm going on K Mega status now.
It sucks that we gotta get hurt for us to get to the hardcore game.
Ain't that right? Ain't that fucked up? That's so
fucked
fucked up.
But boy, once you get there, at first you're gonna be feeling guilty because you're gonna be like, man, I wish I was working. Then you remember, man, I'm hurt than a motherfucker. Fuck this. I'm gaming. So you know what I'm saying? I'm getting back to the way it used to be. So yeah.
Man, I can hit my backlog, man. I got so many I gotta get through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll only be off probably about 4 months, so 4 or 5
All right.
months.
You might be done.
So I can do some fight night.
You can do some fight night. And once we get to that fight
Cause
night,
I ain't got to worry about going to work.
Yeah, you might just go ahead and say, "Fuck it, I ain't going back to work." Shit, that's where I'm at right now.
And I can finally finish Gears of War.
Oh yeah, he wants to do that with me. I carry his ass sometimes.
Wow.
Hey, you whoop my ass in golf. I mean, usually I'm like the last place, but hey,
Y'all gonna go through Halo with me, right? When
no, I'm good. I'm good.
Bro.
Yeah, I'll do it. Absolutely, dude.
I got
No
you.
doubt about that.
Just don't wander too far because then you get sniped, man.
I saw it. I heard. I got a video clip. That shit.
Yo, for real. Well,
you better get some rest, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yo.
I am, but I just want to say hi to my friends. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
Love you, brother.
My sister,
Love you, man.
My sister just left, so I said I've been listening to you guys. So I figured let me just try to jump in for a minute.
Yeah, how old is your sister so I can holler at her?
Oh,
man, my sister's older than you.
I like them old. Anyway,
that's the
you better
direct
tell
opposite.
your wife about that shit, then.
That's the direct opposite from Sir X-Man. That's why he's in this situation because he likes them young, man.
Oh man, do you know how many numbers I got in this hospital and I wasn't even trying? Man, I'm gonna tell you, don't knock it now, but these women in this hospital, man. Damn.
Yo, Mega, you notice how he's saying that loud enough for them to hear him when they're in the hallway as well.
But y'all already know these nurses out here, they making loot. So they out there choosing.
Oh, so what you saying is that you press the button.
X-Bot need to go meet a nurse and get in the hospital for about a week.
He says he hits the button, wait for the nurse to come in, and then next thing you know, it's like this.
He's pulling his cock out.
Hey, it's a nurse, X-Bot. You better be impressive with that shit, because you know what? They seen a lot of cocks.
It's okay. I dated a couple nurses in my time, and
there's some wild ass women. Nurses are some wild ass women, dude.
Wow.
There were no issues, Sir X-Man. All right.
That
Wait a
medication.
minute. We know somebody that married a nurse.
What happened?
We know someone that married a nurse.
We do, huh? Trying to think of who. Was it recently?
Yeah, their last number is 405.
Oh. Yeah. See, I didn't dive too deep into his personal life. You know what I'm saying? I just called him at 2:00 in the morning. I just called him at 2:00 in the morning when I thought I was dying. That's all. That's all I did.
That's why my fat ass is still alive. Yeah, so.
How many times she had to resuscitate your ass?
No. I still.
I had to.
I try to keep this wind up, boy. I try to get this wind.
You heard me, Crispy? Resuscitate which part?
Oh
no! Oh no! Oh, that was good. Oh, that was really good.
Now we're definitely going left. Definitely going left.
I want to let you ride with that one because I want to get mean, but I'm not. Okay.
Hey, Mega, I want you to be you, bro. I don't want you to ever change, man.
Oh no, I'm not gonna change. I'm just gonna wait till you get out that hospital. So.
Yeah, he's just gonna. Yeah, Sir X-Man. What you don't realize is me, K Mega. We're all building it up right now. We're building it up for once you get through Monday. Once you get home, and then you get on Xbox Live, and then
I still got 5 days. I still got 5 days for recoupment time after that.
Yeah,
and then I still got, and then I got a few days to settle in at home and stuff. Because when they caught me, Just real quick, I was planning on moving out of this apartment. I got people that's gonna help me, but I'm in the middle of changing venues.
Yeah. Okay.
I got you, man. Yeah, you got a lot going on, brother. Yo,
You think?
yeah, a little bit, bro. But
But I miss you guys. I miss everybody in the
I love
community.
you,
And
brother.
thank you all for your support. Even you, Fahim.
even you, Fahim, calls you grandpa. I think that's a
I
term of
know, right?
endearment, man. I think that's a term of
I-
endearment.
You started that shit. That's your fault.
It is.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
All right, guys. I'm gonna get off this so you guys can shut down the show. You
All right,
guys
brother.
have fun. And
Get well,
you do
brother. Get well, bro.
You do a GRG tomorrow. Came back so I can listen. I'm not gonna
Yep.
come in. I just want to listen. All right.
Yep. GRG will be back. So, yep. We'll be there.
Cool.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. I'll
Easy.
catch
All
y'all
right.
later.
Yo,
All right,
rest
man.
up,
Later,
take it
man.
easy, man,
Okay.
and we'll see you on Xbox Live real soon, brother.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to get one of these nurses to sit on my lap first before they open up my chest.
Don't be sending any weird screenshots to my cell phone, man. Don't be sending any shots to my cell phone, bro.
They don't have no cameras in hospital rooms. I'm good.
You got a cell phone though. Like
He
don't
needs some milk.
don't try to brag visually on my phone. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I need to teach OnlyFans how it's done.
Oh! Wow.
Boy.
Oh, that is a sign off right there. Walk away now.
Yeah,
He mic dropped
beautiful.
it. Yes.
Beautiful. Yo,
Beautiful.
shout out to Sir X Man. Yo, it was really good to talk to him. He's got one more procedure on Monday, and then you heard him, guys. About 5 days to recuperate, a couple days to get settled in after that. Yo, before you know it, he's gonna be back. With the community, and I can't wait to whoop his ass in golf, man. But guys, on that note, it's time winding down. I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta get up at like 5:15 or so. Shout out to the chat, yo. It was really, really great hanging out with you guys tonight. If this is your first time here, we are here every Thursday, 8 p.m. This is the next podcast, and again, we appreciate all the support. But like a 40-year-old with a comb over, it is time to get those plugs in. And let me start with Crispy. Crispy, what is going on with you, man? What do you want to tell the crowd? Where are you gonna be? All that good stuff, man. You're a professional. You know what we're doing right now.
Goofy Y'all Uncle Production. Goofy Y'all Uncle Productions. Hey, I know I'm 5 years late.
What?
You can't.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna let that.
What?
I was gonna let that
Okay.
ride, but I forgot there was something.
All right. Yeah. I was gonna make some people offended.
Yes, I was like, oh shit, let me cut that.
Love you guys. Pred, hopefully you're getting the OnlyFans going really well. I don't know.
You got the secret
maybe
camera rolling right now.
multi-fans. No, I don't know.
Might be one of those nights, Fred. We'll never know.
You're gonna text at like 4 o'clock in the morning, like, dude, I'm still awake. At Christian Bob on Twitter, Christian Bob 28 Xbox Live. You can find me on Retro Renegade, 7 p.m. Tuesday night. We got Primetime Gaming with Mr. Boomstick, 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And of course, you can find me back here on the next podcast, 8 p.m. prime time, baby.
Oh yeah, nice, beautiful. K Mega, we got the triumphant return of GRG tomorrow night. What is going down, man?
Yeah, man, I got a couple of guests coming on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna probably hit up somebody else to see if they want to hop in, but yeah, no, GRG's bad. I'm coming from the break from the go walking. I mean, I it was ridiculous. I got my first colonoscopy and yesterday, and wow, I woke up and it was crazy because I've been playing a lot of Sleeping Dogs, as you've seen the gameplay, and I woke up thinking that I was fighting ghost monsters and Yakuza, and so the only thing I see was my wife, and I was trying to reach for it. People were like, "Yo, you?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, man!" Boy, that anesthesia, is no joke that they give you. You get some of the best sleep that you could possibly think of. I heard it from other people, but yeah, so.
And when you wake up, you feel no pain and you're incredibly happy, man. I know that from my surgery.
But you hungry as hell though, because you can't eat. You can't eat for 24 hours. So like it's nuts. Like you can only be on liquids. And so you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that, for men my age, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't afraid. I'm 46, and so I'll be 47 next month. It's due, especially for black men out there, man. That's a serious killer. So man, you gotta go and get that shit looked at, get it checked, man, for real, because you just never know. So so thank you for that, because my wife sit there and talk me into doing that shit and stuff. And so I think that most men got to stop always being tough and really go and check themselves out when they're hurting, or even when they're not, because you just never know, because we're older.
Guys, stop being tough and get a camera in your butt.
Yes, get that camera up your butt. And if you want to know, it was the kids' camera that was put up my butt. So that means there was no, what I'm saying, that was tight.
Yo,
so,
no.
It was good. So anyway, no foul play around me. So
Your new nickname is Duck's Ass. You just claim that shit's watertight, is what you just said.
Water tight. Anyway, so
there are no bubbles.
None.
Oh my goodness.
That was so stupid. All right, man. So check out GRG tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. Like I said, we're gonna have a good time, man, as usual. Do what we do. And fighting, appreciate the people who came through for Fight Night Sunday. We'll definitely do it again. Saying just what fighters we'll just jump into. I know that there's a new character that just came out for your fighter,
Demon Slayer. Yeah, dude, it's part of a character pack that's $25. So.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have to cop it. So.
Oh yeah, anyway, they about to have some fire characters in there too, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So everybody have a good one, man. See y'all tomorrow. Night.
Nice. And on that note, guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are here every Thursday, 8 p.m., which of course, Crispy, is
prime time.
That is right. If you haven't done it yet, definitely hit that thumbs up button. Share the show out. Let people know exactly what we do here on Thursday. Let them know that they should definitely check out the show. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I had a blast. I hope you did as well. And we will see you next week for the next podcast. Have a great night, everybody.
Leaders.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
It was all right. Oh, that's horrible. We out.
Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around.